Hey Dorks, welcome to another episode of Scion Heroes for the Holidays here on the Onyx Path. Unless you're watching on YouTube, in which case it is several weeks in the future on Dork Tales. So hi, I'm Kelly, I'm the story guide here at Dork Tales, and we're doing a little guest mini-series here at the Onyx Path. We're really excited to be doing this. It is a holiday-themed Scion game, which basically is a game about playing the children of gods and all of the trouble and antics they get up to. In this game, my players are a group of Scions that have been brought together by Thor, probably. As far as they know Thor, and it's almost as if the person has like an ability that prevents them from questioning that until like the 5th game session.
Gods are jerks.
Gods are jerks. Gods are jerks, guys. So they are off on a mission to go acquire a special mead that is required for the Yule celebration of the gods. And if they don't get this back, the year 2020 might never end. Which is probably it's a fate worse than Ragnarok, right? So without further ado, let me introduce the intrepid band of Scions that don't have a name because they literally met about 4 hours ago. But they bonded over barbecue and some downtime. Why don't we go ahead and go in reverse order and start with Mike?
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and tonight I am playing Ogimaa Gagner. He is our First Nations. What do we call him?
So he's a Manitou, right? The Manitou pantheon.
He's Manitou, son of Tawashkara, and he is a precision marksman / casino owning crime syndicate boss.
Yep.
He's Ojibwe, I'm Ojibwe. It just worked, right?
And he's a casino crime boss. You've had your legs broken by a casino crime boss. It all works.
It all works, right?
Yeah.
So he likes gambling. I like gambling.
We should go gambling sometime after COVID.
I agree.
Yeah, we should. I need to find my tuxedo.
Not now.
No, not right now. I think it's in Kansas right now. So speaking, because you spoke up, hi, Jen.
Hi. I'm Jen, and I'm playing Phoebe White, the adopted daughter of Artemis, as Artemis is a virgin goddess. And also Phoebe is a just newly elected for a second term congresswoman from Arizona. So.
And is playing Among Us with AOC right now, or should be. That was the original plan, I think. With
yeah,
AOC
that
and
was the
Jagmeet
original
Singh.
plan. Yeah, I should have been
Sounds
playing
about
with
right.
them. Yeah.
God. Okay. All right. Hello, James.
Hello, I'm James, and I'm going to be playing Aaron Faechilde, the Scion of Dagda, a massive slab of meat of a man who travels the U.S. Being a food critic and basically having a good time and meeting a lot of really wonderful people and really connecting with them. It's a good time.
Nice. And finally, last but not least, hello, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Machiko Ventura, the granddaughter of Bishamon. That's what we decided, I think.
That's what, yeah. I think that's how it goes.
She is a Marine in the American Marine Corps, and she's on leave for the holidays. Luckily, she somehow managed to score leave, and it got co-opted.
There we go. All right. Got co-opted by the gods, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
And
co-opted by
she
the
runs
gods.
around with her service dog, hellhound, Yuki.
I mean,
boy.
you do what you can. All right.
It
So
can be both.
last episode, you guys were recruited, and then you started off on your adventure driving your 6-wheeled Sleipnir sedan, which took you through the back roads of Illinois down into Tennessee, where you had an encounter with a couple of trolls, and then grabbed some barbecue. We are going to pick up on the road. Now, you're all headed to Atlanta, Georgia. And after a particularly lovely meal that just really just sticks to you, nice bulging tummies all, and a nice music playing over the radio as you continue your drive. You push your way down along the highway. Snow is coming in at a light drift. You're expecting that Georgia's going to be actually pretty, well, not necessarily a white Christmas down in the Peachtree State. As you're driving down the road, it's probably about... actually, how long does it take to drive that? Let me just double check that real quick.
It's a pretty big drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty big drive. I realized that I didn't Google that exactly. So you went, let's say... St. Louis to Atlanta is about the distance you guys were doing. So that's 8 hours. So you had to stop off around... So it's getting to about 8 a.m. when you hit Chattanooga. Driving along I-75, headed down. You've already passed through Nashville. And... Would you be stopping for breakfast anytime soon, or you think you're just gonna like hit a drive-through, a gas station, a truck stop, something like that? What's the plan?
Aaron would push for it. Oh, sorry. Aaron would push for any sit-down restaurant. That one's. I think that one's. Damn it.
Ogimaa will definitely suggest an actual restaurant.
Get out of the car for a few minutes, sort of thing.
Yeah, stretching legs would be great.
Okay.
Well, why don't we look for one that is sit down but quick, not like fancy restaurant style.
Yeah.
Denny's it is.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
wasn't
please not
quite
Denny's.
that level.
We can go a step above Denny's.
Yeah.
No,
Like
please,
IHOP.
please not Denny's.
Aaron, have you tried any in this area or been near here before?
Have I tried some in this area?
I don't know. Have you? You can
Yes.
roll a die, or you can tell me.
Sure. Yeah, like
we should go for something.
breakfast
Like
place.
a little
Something-
family diner sort of idea.
little
Southern
family
breakfast.
diner.
Some
I
kind
think
of
there's something up
Southern breakfast.
around the corner over here. I think it's called like Winston's or something.
All right. So in this area, there is a place called Winston's Truck Stop. There's also this town has a Pancake World. It has a Freddy's Stove, or a place called Freddy's Stove, and also has a place called Sweet Escape.
Ooh.
A quick, whoever
Choices,
pulls out their
choices.
phone has a quick search, and those are the restaurants that actually have more than 1 star.
All right, which one of them has the highest stars out of all of those ones?
Sweet Escape has 5 stars, and has some buzz about Michelin.
Ooh.
Does it have any note on wait times
So today is the
or peak hours?
Today is Christmas Eve.
So it might not be bad.
So Christmas Eve, so a Thursday morning. I love when you start a game and you forget to do the little things like, what day is it? Like day of the week, you know? Damn it.
What's the travel time,
What's
right?
the
It is
travel
a
time?
Weekday in a year.
Like I've got all the sound cues all set up and I've got all the technical stuff done and I'm like, what country are you guys in? America?
What is plot?
What is, I know the plot, I just don't know the, okay.
Well, I
Are we
could have told you the day for sure off the top of my head because I know because I don't work the Friday, but I have to work the Thursday.
Oh, that's awful.
So
Okay.
I got it in here.
All right, so
All right.
Sweet Escape is open. It looks like.
Guys, it's got a Michelin star. Guys, come on, we gotta go. You don't get that kind of option very often.
What's
That
the wait
sounds
time
fair.
like?
What
It's
does it
gonna
matter?
take us forever?
There is no wait time if you have money.
All right, if you want to throw it around, go for it.
Yeah, we can
You've
always
got
check.
money.
We can check the parking lot too, see if if it's jam packed. Then we might
That's
I
true.
mean-
need to
Line up
rely
around the
more on
corner.
Ogimaa.
I mean, it's Christmas Eve. How busy can it really be?
At that, you round the corner, pull in. Now you are going to a small place about 60 miles outside of Atlanta. You're in a small town called Dalton. Dalton? No. Named Calhoun, which is bordered right on this place called Sugar Valley. You'll see actually a sign right over Sweet Escape's window. Now, Sweet Escape is nothing like the truck stop that you ate at last night, or the little Airstream diner off the side of the road that you fought the trolls nearby. Sweet Escape is a cute little establishment, a standalone in a large parking lot that looks like the type of restaurant that's been through about 100 restaurants in its career. Last month it was a Mexican place, the month before that Thai, 2 years ago it was a steakhouse, and the year before that a tax firm for all of 3 months. Before that, Indian again. It cycles a lot here. And as you approach, you'll see that there is a significant line. About 16 people waiting outside for the 8 a.m. open. It's 7:55 right now.
This ain't bad. I mean, it'll be like,
Does
what,
it
like
look
half an
like-
hour, 45 minutes? We can handle that.
Does it look like how many tables it would have inside?
Inside, you think it probably is about a 15-20 table?
Okay, so conceivably 16-person long line, we could all get in
Yeah,
when it opens. Sure.
sounds great.
Perfect.
Let's eat. I'm hungry.
Aaron's going to excitedly head over to the line and just kind of be like sitting at the back of the line, just kind of bouncing back and forth, like looking over people. I'm looking forward to this. I heard this place is good. Is it good? I'll just like ask the locals.
The woman in front of you turns with her neck cricking. Oh, it's good. It's some of the best sweet potato pancakes you'll ever have. Oh, you gotta have them
Sweet
with
potato
the...
pancakes.
Oh, they're so good. They, Sweetie does a crisscross, kind of a waffle cut julienne to all of her ingredients that gives everything kind of a waffle texture. Oh, it's to die
okay.
for. Oh, it's good. The man in front
It's
of her
always-
turns and goes, "Listen, man, you gotta have the peach syrup. Sweetie makes it by hand."
Oh. I'm actually going to start taking notes. Like, I actually have like a little, like one of those like little flip books, like it's actually paper, and I'm gonna start jotting down notes about this.
Okay. And it is not terribly long before you are let inside. And that's when you notice that this establishment is very, very small. Where there were more seating options originally and more tables now have been moved aside to allow immense display cases, and it looks like about half of this is a cake bakery for weddings. As you step inside, the smell of frosting sugar and fresh baked pastries and rich layered cakes and sauces rise into the air and just assail your nostrils. Your dog begins salivating onto the floor. He looks a little ashamed about it. Not that ashamed about it. And if anybody wants some lively cafe music,
Hit it.
well, everybody else can hear it, but check the chat for boom. That's not the right thing. That's all right. Let's try that again. Boop. There we go. So you can hop on there. And as you head inside, you can hear a voice from behind the counter that... I ask you to use your imagination here. Just a minute. That kind of Glinda the Good Witch. I can't do that, unfortunately. It's one of the few voices that I can't even attempt. But as...
Just a minute. Sort of thing.
Yeah, but even more bubbly.
Yeah.
It's like the sound of her voice is like having bubbles off of a seltzer tickle your ear. And as you head inside, you'll hear a record go, and some music will begin playing, ushering you into the holiday season. And that's going to be... And a moment later, you will be seated at a lovely pink-top table. It has a runner that forms an X across it with little pink tassels dangling off the side that tickle your knees even through your pants. And you can see Sweetie. At the long last, she's a woman in her impossible age, actually. Somewhere between 30 and 50, depending on the lighting. She's about 5'1", 5'0" at the tallest, and flutters around behind the bar, shifting, dancing, delivering cakes out to her waitstaff. A young boy with a little bit of acne, but it looks like he's going to grow up to be a quite attractive Hemsworth-ish man at about 10 years. Walks over. Howdy, y'all. How are y'all doing today? My name's Kevin. I'm going to be helping you out today.
Awesome.
Great.
Nice to meet you, Kevin. This place looks adorable.
Oh my god. Sir, would your name be Aaron by chance?
Why, yes it is.
Oh my stars and garters, you're Aaron Faechilde.
Oh, nice to meet you, son. I'll shake his hand.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I've seen your show. It's so good. It actually made me want to start doing food criticism as well, and different, it's why I got this job.
Oh, you should do it. Yeah, it's good work, and we always need a whole range of different tastes and characters on it. Oh, yeah, go for it. I think it'd be great for you.
Y'all think so? Thank you, sir. Well, I should let you know that today our special is that we have an anytime peach cobbler that can be served a la mode or unamode, if you prefer. We also have a number of beverages for the ladies and gentlemen, and for people who are not driving. They can be served both virgin and regular. That are libations made out of a special brew that we have. Sweetie Jane has been developing her own peach schnapps, and has been experimenting with some of the locals to come up with a peach sake.
Oh, okay. Sounds great.
We have quite a lot of peach stuff here, if you couldn't guess. But then again, I mean, you don't live in Georgia, not like peaches.
Hey, you got to lean into it, right?
Absolutely. So can I get you anything first? Coffee, water? I've got 4 different types of coffee, as well as vanilla hazelnut, decaf in all flavors, as well as right now we're doing a Vermont maple bourbon. Which does not have to be alcoholic if y'all don't want it, but it most certainly can. I mean, we are right next to Tennessee.
Coffee.
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 Just black, please.
Whiskey. Something really good.
We're a little short. I can do bourbon. If you're wanting straight whiskey or Scotch or Irish. We got a little bit of Irish, but I would strongly recommend getting some of the barrel-aged bourbon.
All right. Whatever you think.
Absolutely.
And coffee.
And coffee. Absolutely. You want them separate, or do you want them mixed?
Separate.
Understood, sir.
Coffee chaser.
And for you?
Well, you said that it was the Boston bourbon one, right? Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with that one. Coffee. You may as well put on one of those cobblers for me. That sounds fantastic. And then I'll take a look through the rest of the menu.
Absolutely. I'll be right back. And he'll scuttle off to go grab your food.
I seem sweet.
All right. So what else is happening here? What are you guys talking about while he's going and grabbing your food?
I think Phoebe's tired, so she's just mostly like waiting for coffee, and then maybe we'll become alive again.
Well, from what it sounds like, Machiko has been doing most of the driving, so she's also just like, ugh. And I'm thinking, based on the fact that this was impromptu, the moment she sees an open like pet store, she's gonna stop and get food for her dog, because just feeding him constant human food from restaurants is not necessarily good.
making a swing by like a Walmart or another department store might be good to pick up some
Yeah.
necessities.
Some basic toiletries.
Some change of clothes, maybe. That might be nice.
Yeah.
Most of mine is probably hanging out in abandoned luggage.
Well, at least I think my luggage probably went all the way through.
Well, I mean, it probably went all the way through, but then mine's in, Phoenix, just where I'm not.
Yeah.
That's if they let it on the plane when I didn't get on it. I don't know.
Well, don't they generally load it before you ever get to the plane?
But if you don't check in, they might be like, "Oh, there's luggage on here," and I've seen people like completely empty plane luggage when
Alright.
when they can't match luggage to a person, especially after 20 years ago.
That's fair.
Yeah, but whatever. It was my traveling home bag anyway. I pretty much keep a wardrobe in each city anyway.
No, I carry my backpack and that's about it.
Your
Yeah,
coffee.
camping pack for me.
I really should start with a carry-on. Thank you.
You serve your coffees, and he takes any other additional orders that you may have. He does recommend that you try anything with the peaches. The peach waffles, peach pancakes, peach pears.
Yes.
It's a pair of peaches.
But yeah, like
Machiko probably,
Aaron will
I
just
think, orders a mix of sweet stuff and savory or filler. Sugar will just burn out very quickly.
Yeah.
You folk are welcome to like raid off my stuff if you want to. Like,
Cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Phoebe will look for something that's like the southern culture area appropriate that isn't just peaches, if there's anything like that exists. Again, leaning on the savory protein side to not just burn out.
They actually have a decent amount of fish on the menu too. If you wanted like a breakfast lox platter or something like that, they also have a number of egg dishes as well, some falafel. There's a beautiful eggs over orzo concoction there that looks quite good. A little bit of Mediterranean flair to it, with or without olives. And then of course like traditional Benedicts and breakfast platters, things like that.
Well, after what Aaron said, I think Machiko's just going to get something along those lines, savory, kind of filling and balanced, and not super greasy, not super sweet, and steal a few scoops of his peachy stuff.
Okay.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
same.
also just probably see if they can make her like a side order of scrambled eggs and like a sausage to give her dog a little something treaty since he got brought into this place.
He absolutely can do that for you. And while this is happening, you have a huge amount of food brought out to you, served up. And as the first meal goes out to a customer before you, you'll notice a pattern. That's every time a meal is served up, Sweetie Jane, the proprietor, the tiny blonde girl, will spin around and say, "Order up!" and kind of hit this like very melodic note and kind of do a little spinning dance as she dings a bell.
I'm gonna look over at Machiko and be like, "Remind me to pick up some Tylenol."
Out of curiosity, Kelly, presence of magic.
Presence of magic. You will notice that there's seems to be something magical coming from the kitchen. You'll immediately notice, and it wafts at you with a strong, eggy, spicy scent. You recognize it immediately as soon as one of the waiters comes out carrying a full, giant, 2-foot wide serving tray. 3-foot wide, what am I thinking? It's been a while since I've served. 3-foot wide serving tray full of steaming cups of eggnog, each glowing in your magic detection with a radiance.
Ooh.
And the server will go around in order of the people who showed up first, and we'll start handing them out. Compliments of the house. Happy holidays. Eat, drink, and be merry, you'll hear from the kitchen.
Now, can I kind of swirl this eggnog as it gets handed to us and
Here you go.
like try to figure out what this effect might be?
You totally can. One moment. What do you think that would be?
I would probably lean on culture and probably I want to say culture and presence. I'm used to how such things are created.
Okay.
And also have food of the world as a specialty.
Okay. Sure. Well, why don't you go ahead and roll that? And what I'm going to do, just so that you can see it, guys, is that since we're getting into the actual meat of the game, I'm going to load up. So at the start of the game, you should see some skulls at the bottom of my screen on Twitch. Those are going to be the tension. I can spend those to get additional effects, and so on and so forth.
Cool.
All right. So with my specialty, I have 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay, so given the scale here... Okay, so I guess I am going to do... This is against my defense, then. If I'm not mistaken. Since it's an active effect.
Yeah,
We're
the Clash of Wills thing.
We're still... Yeah, so Clash of Wills is normally... You're right. Thank you for reminding me of Clash of Wills.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
I know, you're a genius, and you did all of the research, and I'm just kind of stumbling along page 105.
I mean, a lot of the Clash of Wills stuff is also just knack based, but I think you can use it for stuff like
If a knack breaks this rule, let's say so. Clash of Wills roll. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna, I'll just roll to see.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so there's that. So that'll be my primary.
Also, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, you may.
Phoebe wants to use lie detector. It only works if they're a tier lower than me. So if they're a tier higher, you can just tell me, and
Okay.
I will just not be able to do it.
Who are you using it on?
It was Kevin who was coming around.
Kevin's your server, yeah.
Yeah, so just on him, and I'm just trying to ask as he comes around, like, oh, like what's in this?
Well, there's I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I mean, it's eggnog, it's Sweetie's recipe, as well as a liberal amount of Dominican rum, and some other spices and ingredients that, it's her proprietary secret. But it sure makes everybody feel really good around the holidays. It's kind of a special.
Fair. Unfortunately, I have some allergies, so if I don't know what's in it, I can't
Oh, that's
have it.
absolutely fine. If you'd like, I can go check on any allergens that may be in here. If you wouldn't mind providing me a list.
Honestly, it's just me being careful. I'd prefer to.
Well, can I get you something else then? I'd hate for your friends to have any free libations and for you to not partake. I can go get you like a can of Coke if you prefer.
Honestly, coffee's fine.
Well, the coffee's on me then. I apologize.
Sounds good.
All right. As you are stirring it around, Aaron, you are going to think that this is... You swirl your finger around in it, and you see the foam kind of forms the shape of a heart. Maybe not a love potion specifically, but this is definitely a party potion.
Why, ladies and gentlemen, I believe our libations are somewhat mystic in nature.
Oh.
There's something mixed in here that ensnares the spirit, and
I was a little suspicious of free alcohol.
well, that's actually not unusual in these pure parts, but
I tend not to trust anyone who's trying to give me a free drink.
That's fair.
So what do you all do?
I think Aaron will probably consider it a little bit, quirk an eyebrow, and then just kick it back.
Okay. So
now I do have epic stamina, which might affect things in this
that's totally fair. All right. So
because I'm like immune to a lot of stuff. I don't know about potions.
charms. Okay. So what's my resistance roll for this? Okay. So, what's your defense right now? With your what's your supernatural or your super stamina?
My defense roll is stamina is 5 dice currently.
Okay, you can go ahead and, if I'm not mistaken, you can just roll that real quick.
All right.
Yeah, he also has the epic stamina innate power, which is just immune to poison, immune to disease, that sort of stuff.
So that wouldn't apply to this specifically, but
yeah.
So rolling on 8s, what'd you get?
I got 1.
Okay. So yeah, you'll feel a little fuzzy. You're a big guy. You're not going to feel drunk. But is anybody else drinking?
No, just the usual whiskey.
And Machiko's not.
I'm a little unsure of that. I'm kind of gonna, since he tossed it back, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes and see what happens.
Sounds good. So a few minutes later, your food's going to come out, and it's just a massive spread. It's absolutely lovely. And as all of the food in the restaurant is simultaneously out, you'll hear Sweetie yell from the kitchen, "Y'all, thank you so much for coming out today. I hope you all have a happy holiday season. And everybody eat, drink, and be merry." As for you, Aaron, you are going to become preternaturally disposed to eat, drink, and be merry on a incredible scale.
Oh wow! That's because I'm already
I know your hedonism switch is turned on.
All right. Oh, this is good. You guys gonna finish those? I'll like gesture to the other drinks.
No.
No? Oh,
I'll
okay.
push it over and let him have it, because I'm a little
sure about this.
Oh, this is good. Oh, there's a back to the menu. Hey, where's Kevin?
Kevin, right here, sir. How can I help you?
Can I have let's get the first half of this. That'll get started. We'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Let's handle the menu.
So you have a good amount of time enjoying your order. You place a tremendous order. The table is overflowing with plates on top of plates. Like, Kevin can't usher them out in time by the time you're done. You're probably another couple of eggnogs into it. Everybody's had a decent amount of coffee. Ogimaa, you've had about...
I stop eating because I'm not happy about this right now. I'm just like, no, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. And toward the end of the meal, as we cut to the end of it, where Aaron, you're probably leaning back a bit, your belly kind of bloating up against the table, getting a nice meat burp prepped, and yeah, we know what they sound like. It's fine. You will hear the sound of tick-tack on tile, and Sweetie, your little 5 feet of nothing, is going to wander around from behind the bar and come up to you. She's, in my head, she's Kristen Chenoweth, period.
That's what I was imagining.
Yep, about 5 feet, curly blonde hair that's kind of cut in a bob around her tiny little dimply chin. And she's very cute pretty. Like, she looks like she should be cast out of porcelain and put on a shelf. And when you look at her, you notice that she's a little swarthy. She has fairly thick sideburns that kind of come down a bit. They're very peach fuzzy and blonde, but it's not something that she's ashamed of. And as she comes down, she's going to approach your table and say, "Yeah, excuse me. I heard that you were Aaron Faechilde?
That's correct. Yes, I'm Aaron Faechilde.
I've heard that you have a television program, sir.
That's right. I'm something of a food critic, and I must say that was an exceptionally good meal. You are a lovely cook, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much. Bless your heart. If y'all ever want to come through here again and do a show, you just give me a ring.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Oh, I'd be happy to accept a ring from a handsome man like you, she says, just kind of gently tapping her left hand.
One step at a time, sweetie. One step at a time.
You'll find, well, Mr. Faechilde, you'll find that I'm a rather sure-footed woman. And she'll smile. She's wearing this, like, somehow... It's a black and white polka dot dress with a large frilled pink apron. Very 1950s. Underneath, you have no idea how she manages to do this job with a pair of high heels like that. They're big, thick chunk stilettos in black with a little pink bow on them. And they are miraculously free of any type of pancake batter or grime. Her apron and dress, however, are occasionally splattered with little bits of pink and blue frostings, and somehow that only makes her appear even cuter. Her face and hair are completely immaculate, though, and she'll smile. Well, y'all be sure to come back now, you hear? Well, are you just passing through?
Just passing through for the moment. Got some important business to take care of, but I'll be sure to be coming back this way. Actually, might I ask a favor?
Well, so we did just meet, but you did put my kids through college with your meal, so to speak.
Well, see, that's the glory of a corporate card. But I was actually wondering after if I might take a look at the works behind. Such fabulous smells wafting out from that there kitchen. I was wondering if I could take a look at it. I always like to kind of see how everything, the real machine works. You take my meaning.
Let's see if you can impress her here. So how are you going to do this?
Sure.
Make me a roll. Let's see what you do.
All right. So he is probably going to just kind of lay on with his. It's just pure, honest curiosity that he comes out of this one with. So I'd probably go culture, and normally I would say culture and presence, but in this case, Aaron's going to be leaning forward. And this is actually like an epic, I think it was an epic strength thing. I can use might in place of for anything where I'm trying to impress people. So I'm just going to like lean on the thing and just be like, because it's like that Herculean eminence, right?
Okay.
And you're trying to impress her with your muscles.
And your jaw muscles are here.
Yeah, he's just...
He's a big boy. He needs a lot of food.
Aaron can do it. James cannot.
You don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, personally, Machiko probably has no idea, never really having worked in like a professional kitchen. However, Christine, on the other hand, is like, clean shoes? She's a witch.
Some sort of magic.
Aaron already knows that. Yeah.
Not possible.
Jen, do you remember what the role is for? Is there a role or something to pierce, like not the veil, because that doesn't exist in this system, but basically to look behind the bullshit? Is there, or is it just storyteller fiat?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't think I've come across it.
Okay, I do feel kind of.
I'm pretty sure that there's some sage powers that do that, but I don't think any of us have any of those.
Yeah. I'll just have it happen when I think it's funny. How's that?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. All right. So, what'd you get?
And I guess friendship as a specialty.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome.
That is such a wholesome specialty.
Oh, I know, it's fantastic. So that's 4 successes.
Okay. So, see, I can't give you momentum. You keep winning.
Right?
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, if y'all wash your hands, I think I could let you in. Is it just you, or your friends want to come too?
Well, if they feel so inclined.
Everybody else, as you're glancing around, the tables haven't been cleared. There are still more people waiting outside, and there are a lot of people still eating and drinking, and they're drinking themselves basically into food comas.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating themselves into food comas. They're drinking themselves into stupors. Quite a few couples are canoodling. It's still very PG in here, but there's some people necking in the back, even if you want to get that scandalous. But people are getting a little feisty, we'll say. It's very merry holiday cheer. So, well, you know what? We're waiting for everybody to finish up right now. If y'all want to come in right now, I'm sure you could come on in.
Sure,
Oh.
why not?
Yeah.
That sounds fascinating. I don't think I've seen a professional kitchen outside of TV shows.
This ain't the Great British Bake Off, honey. This is something special. So, if you follow me, and
It's
she'll have you...
far more special than my own kitchen.
Well, I try.
Far more.
She'll take you into the back, and it's a lovely setup with a black and white checkered tile. Dozens and dozens of stations. Some of them very small, just like little prep work, like, you know, for cutting shallots and onions and other things like that for the Benedicts. There are at least 3 chefs working. All of them are pretty short, actually. That's one of the things you'll notice. They're short and fat. Running around, all of the guys who are working here are about 5 foot to 5.5 feet tall.
Can I ask how many of them there are?
Inside of the kitchen, right now there are 5 people working the line right now. Looks like a central chef. The tallest and biggest of them is kind of barking around as she goes and monitors everything. Some people at the there are 2 people on prep. One baker who's doing, well, it's more like cake decorator. And then 2 math. One line cook who is working underneath the supervision of the sous chef who's barking orders. But it looks actually a little sparse for this type of accommodation. You will see that there is a giant cauldron vat, like a good 80-liter vat of eggnog, kind of just continuously stirring over by the convection ovens at the back. And she'll walk you through, and she'll give you like the $2 tour of, well, over here we have the fondant station, and over here we have our industrial. As you can see, we have 6 ovens. Just for cakes. We keep them specifically that way so that we can do all sorts of weddings and different events without having to worry about any type of cross-contamination. We also have our nut-free station over in the back corner because that is something that we have to be very, very careful of these days. And she'll take you through, and it's a lovely setup. Like, this is... as she's going through, she's going to be talking about, like, well, I learned a lot of these techniques. I did a little bit of time with Momofuku in New York.
I'm sure I probably know.
Everybody knows Momofuku. If I know Momofuku,
Okay.
you know Momofuku for sure. In fact, you probably know David Chang. If you've watched
I would
any...
love to meet that guy. He's amazing.
He seems so cool. But yeah, you should go watch... Go to Netflix, James, and look up David Chang and just watch all of his... So he's, what is it, Ugly Food?
Ugly Delicious.
Ugly Delicious, that's right.
Oh yeah, I've seen like ads for that. Okay,
I love it.
And I should ask, is anything in here magical? Because if it's a magical item, I know it immediately.
Yes, a couple of the knives are magic, and definitely the entire vat of eggnog is magic. And as you are wandering around, she's kind of dancing around the kitchen as she shows you on those heels, just clip-clopping around. And you can see that above the eggnog, there is a rack of what looks like, aside from many jars and spices, 6 different types of rum. It's a nice mix of white, gold, dark, Demerara. I don't know how to pronounce it. And
the rare Damascus rum.
A Rung Agricole, and it looks like a homemade spice rum. Now, of course, the trick to making the best eggnog is, of course, having the freshest ingredients, and we do that. We grow all of our own herbs and spices as locally as we can, and we only import from reputable wholesalers. That is to say, not sailors.
Right, of course. And I assume just a little pinch of magic.
Oh, honey, there's magic in everything I do.
Oh, I've no doubt. That eggnog was fantastic.
You want another? And she'll scoop a ladle out.
I don't think I can physically say no.
That's the trick of it. Y'all, Ogimaa, did you go in there as well?
Yeah, I'm following.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you bring your dog, or is he waiting at the table?
I would have had him just sit and wait.
Okay. Anyone
yeah,
else
no,
want one of these? I guarantee that I saw that you were drinking some whiskey earlier, so this is going to tickle your feather, if I think the term is not too iffy.
Not an eggnog fan myself.
That's fair. That's fair. Well,
I have to pass, unfortunately. I have to drive.
Congresswoman?
No, thank you.
You didn't put the charm up today, damn it. I saw.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just excited to be able to mention it.
Yeah. I figured if I use it all the time, then what's the point of being a congresswoman? So
That's true. That's true. That's a good mindset.
So, I mean, a nice breakfast restaurant versus a skeezy bar.
yeah. Plus, I have plans for next week. We'll see.
Okay. So she's going to just hop around a little bit, serve you, and two little.
I'll probably. Oh, sorry. I'll probably say. Old family. So Aaron will probably just say congratulate all the workers on their fantastic work. And that's about it. He's not going to do anything further.
You're welcome. And then
So far, none of this seems to be like malignant.
South Victoria, you'll hear from one of the busboys.
Was that what language is that?
Sounds. It's not English, that's for sure. Sounds Mediterranean, maybe Greek.
Oh, I don't have overworld knowledge set up yet. Dang it. Okay.
Could I do a culture roll and see?
You think he said thank you in Greek?
Okay.
Well, should we head back? I guess we gotta get back on the road here pretty quick, eh?
Can I still do either a culture or an occult roll just as like an investigative?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do I think's going on here? If it's Greek, maybe I know about it.
Sure,
I have
go
a serious
ahead.
guess, but I don't know that Machiko would have put it together.
Well, go ahead.
Christine, on the other hand,
make me
I
that
think
roll.
has.
So, what you think was going to be good for this? So, you said.
So I'm gonna go with culture because
Okay.
I'm not 100%. I know there's magic, but I'm not 100% sure it's based in magic or just someone who's magical.
Sure.
So, culture and I'm gonna say intellect for just kind of what I've learned. I'm not gonna spend momentum because I don't feel like. Oh, I got 2 successes anyway. Cool.
Nice. Okay. Do you have any specializations that apply for
Nope.
this? Okay.
This is me just trying to pull something out of my ass.
Okay, so pulling it out of your ass, what I'm going to say is, and by the way, you guys are going to start with, was it 4 points of momentum, I think? One for each of you?
We had 5 at the end of last game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we just keep it.
Yeah, I think so too.
But-
Okay. I thank you for reminding me.
Unless there's like lengths of time that pass.
No, this
but-
is...
If it's the next day, then I think we just keep the momentum because we're still going.
Okay. You know what? I'll give this to you. So as you're looking around, as you're heading out of the kitchen, she's smiling and saying, well, if y'all taking anything for the road, y'all should take some of our pastries with you, maybe some of our cakes. You know, we do a fine wedding cake, Mr. Faechilde.
Well, I'm not planning on having a wedding cake quite yet, but maybe in the near future.
Oh. Just between you and me, neither am I. I much rather prefer sampling.
That is fair. That is fair. I do appreciate a sampling myself.
Well, you big city folk, you know what it's like. It's kind of hard out here, you know. Everybody here is, unless you get right into the city, people are very straight and narrow. It's hard to be, you know, a little bit pan.
Yes.
And as she says that, she's going to take your cup away from you and set it down on the counter to be washed. It's at that point that, Phoebe, you're going to glance down and just look, and you'll see that inside of the rim of the mug, because Aaron drank most of the eggnog down very, very quickly, it looks like there's a little bit of hair on the inside. It just it happens in kitchens. It's nothing like, honestly, someone like Aaron probably wouldn't even notice if it was in a drink. But as she leads you out, you'll be able to like kind of poke at it for a second if you want.
Sure, yeah.
It's goat hair.
All day.
Glancing back at her as she walks out of the kitchen, smiling and dancing on her very thick high heels, all you can hear is clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
That's what tipped me off the first time. I was like, oh!
Same, yeah.
I
Like
know,
out
I
of
had
character,
to-
yeah, same.
I had
Yeah.
to put it in there. The
I
pan,
didn't catch
joke
it.
was awful. I'm sorry.
That's good.
I love it.
I figured it was something along those lines from context, but I didn't catch any of the clues.
All right. And it is a lovely time outside where people have gone from canoodling to snoodling. And we're going to... This isn't my channel, so I'm not going to narrate any of that. But people are getting pretty feisty. And some of them are kind of like dropping stacks of 20s on the table to pay and rushing out the door to their car. You'll see a couple of cars in the parking lot that are a little bit... that people are kind of like throwing windshield reflectors up to block views, and some of the cars are rocking a bit.
Oh my god.
Oh
It's 9:30 in the morning, and
a lot of people are sampling.
Yeah, people
Yes,
are.
a population boom here.
I would say so. Well,
No.
you know what? They're not hurting each other.
They most
Oh, do
certainly
you think-
are not.
Do you think they have any of those like bakery dog biscuits? We might want to pick up some for your pup.
Which, on that point, before we left, like, Machiko was gonna look at whatever was in the front case. And, like, decide on stuff that was easy to eat, that would not be crummy and sticky and messy.
Peach and cream cheese danishes.
And any cookies
Danishes are
and
the
stuff like
ideal
that.
driving food. Muffins
They
too
are.
crumbly. Donuts too greasy. Danish is that midpoint. You might drop some on your lap, but probably not. Especially the
Okay.
lattice top Danishes.
I guess I'm used to the weird Danishes that tend to be very sticky all over with sugar syrup.
Oh yeah. No, these are immaculate.
Okay.
These are an old world recipe.
Yeah, she'll go for a few things like that and make a little box for the front seat.
All right. And as you check out, you'll pay, and the waiter Kevin is going to give you a little dog safe cookie to take on your way out.
Awesome, thank you.
Mike, you still have focus?
Yep, still on phone. I'm trying to fix it.
Do you have your pull up your PHB? That always works.
That's true, it does.
Just use the power of Dungeons and Dragons to help you. I mean, it's anything with text will do it. We gotta fix that. We gotta kick your webcam.
We need to just get me a better camera. Can you guys hear the knocking on my mic?
No,
Nope.
I
Not
haven't
really.
heard
Why?
any knocking.
Oh, it's because my landlord apparently is like hammering something into the floor directly above my room, and all I hear is bang, 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 bang,
Ah,
bang,
it's okay.
bang.
Well,
We can
appar-
hear it.
Repetitive
Any
enough of a sound, Zoom will generally actually cancel that out.
also, I do have cafe noises that kind of block it out. So,
Fair.
all right. So, with that, you all head out and head back onto the road. A quick stop over at a local pet shop or a big box store is going to get you some pet food. Is there anything else you're grabbing before you head into town?
General toiletries, change of
Yeah.
clothes. big
Okay.
box
Base
store
things.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you swing by an undisclosed big box retailer and acquire all of your items. Not a problem at all. We are not in the cafe anymore, Kelly. Don't play the damn song. There we go. All right, and once again, you are headed off, roaming down the road toward Atlanta, Georgia. You have all of your belongings with you, and you are all ready for whatever's coming your way. What's the plan?
No
We
idea.
have one.
Literally
So,
going place after place, hoping that we maybe stumble onto what we need.
Well, I'm sure it'll all work its way out. Like we were supposed to go find what's his name again?
Teague.
Teague.
Yeah.
What do we know
Teague.
about Teague?
Not much. He's a clericon.
Not much.
All right. So we need to find out. Should we start off finding someone who knows more than we do and kind of working our way up?
How do we?
What do we know
Sounds
in
like
Do I know anyone in Atlanta that might know more, like about our circle than anyone else than other people? Actually, do I know anyone in our circle?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, of course I do. Who would it be though? That's the question.
Do you wanna spend something to make that happen?
You can invoke your paths, just
Yep.
so you know, to make
okay.
stuff happen. So
Yep.
if one of your paths would apply, you could just be like, "This, I have a contact through this part of my backstory."
Yep. So what are your paths? What do you have?
I've got witness of all the small wonders,
Okay.
Pan Am food critic, and officer's tag along son.
Okay. So Pan American food critic. Yeah, you know that they're. Well, you might know somebody in town. Yeah, who would it be?
Oh.
Do you want me to do this for you?
I might need the creative help.
Is it a male or
Because
female?
my first instance is like, oh yeah, I know Bacchus. We'll go see Bacchus.
Is it male, female, he, she, or they? Which is it?
I'll go with she.
Okay. Because I actually do have a they list prepared too. So, all right.
I'm good with whatever.
Oh, I'm just letting you know. I just was saying that I had it. And normal person or special person?
Special person.
Special person. I feel like I need to charge you if it's a super special person. I'll say a person who's in the know.
Yeah, like okay, so with center of attention, it's basically anyone who's lower tier than I am just gets like swept up in my social circle and they just get carried along. So I'll meet people at parties and stuff like that. I have to spend stuff to get gods, like honest gods.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but less than that, or less than my tier, they just get. They just.
Can you roll me a d10?
You got it.
They're all
That's a 9.
Here.
9. Okay, so here is the way that we are going to do this. I am going to flip over to the Orisha, and I'm going to count Ishu, Betty, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know briefly a scion of Osanyan, the god of herbal medicine. This is a woman named Otila Congo.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was the first one that actually seemed like it had even the slightest bit of pun in it in the name, so that's what we're using.
Okay.
If you'd picked a guy, it could have been a scion of one of the. I had one that was like Branchley or something. That would have been a great tree god, but. So yeah, Otila Congo.
Oh yeah, we'll go see Attila. Yeah, she's a great character.
So Otila is a doctor at one of Atlanta's most prestigious teaching hospitals. But she's very her dad owns a actually hold on one moment. I have to double check. Oh, now he's pardon me. Her mom is not the god. There we go. Her mom owns one of the best soul food places in South Atlanta.
Oh.
And so...
Hungry again? How can you still be hungry?
How could you not be hungry? That was fantastic food. And it's been like an hour.
Always hungry.
Eating food does not make me hungry for more food.
Well, perhaps that's part of my unique character in magic.
All right. So you could give her a call.
Machiko
Yeah,
will
yeah.
start gnawing on a sugar cookie or something.
Okay. You'll hear a bloop from your cell phone as the car's speakers pick up the pick up your Bluetooth. It'll start ringing. You'll all hear it in the overhead speakers because Sleipnir is being nosy.
How do you turn? No, I don't want speaker.
Hello?
Hi, Attila.
Aaron, what you doing?
Well, I'm just driving into Atlanta, or at least. Oh, hey, how far are we from Atlanta?
About 20 miles at this point.
Yeah, we're about 20 miles out, and I was wondering if you might want to have a bit of a social call. You know, go grab a drink someplace.
I'm seeing somebody now, Aaron.
Oh, no, this is purely friendly. This is purely friendly.
I bet it would be purely friendly, but I think she'd be a little jealous.
Hey, no, I mean, like, I
Besides, I hate to say this to you, but I'm out of town right now. I'm up with her parents in Vermont. We're up for the holidays.
All right,
But,
all right.
I mean, are you all in town? You need a place to stay?
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. And also, like, we got this important thing from Thor, like the real Thor.
Like the real Thor? Like the big one?
Yeah, the big one. And apparently we gotta find some guy named Teague. You know where you can find him? Apparently he's running around Atlanta somewhere. Or at least, who do we talk to? It's like real important.
Machiko will pipe in over the from in front, just going like 2020 never ending important.
Okay. Hi, whoever that is.
Hi.
I'll do some work and see what I can come up with for you. But in the meanwhile, if you want to head down, there's a spare apartment that I keep over on 191 Peachtree.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I bet you do.
He's still under the mat?
No, the key's not still under the mat because that is an idiotic way to live your life.
Above the door, isn't it?
It's not above the... How many girls you bringing?
You're flirting with a car right now, like the full car of people. Just so you
Really,
know.
Aaron? You didn't tell me I was on speakerphone?
Sorry, I've been trying to turn it. Like I can't turn it off. It's this new high-tech thing.
Yep.
You know me.
I'll call the doorman, a guy named Lenny. He'll give you my key. I'm actually getting ready to sell the place pretty soon so that I can move in with Pam, but you know.
All right.
You might as well. Yeah, there still should be some linens in the closet. I haven't boxed them up yet. I'll make some calls and see what I can do.
Thanks. You're just the best, you know.
Yeah, I know. So if you remember...
Sorry, we're getting a bit of interference.
And you're going to start hearing... the radio is actually going to start, like, kicking on.
I didn't touch anything.
And you are going to... guys, check the chat. You're going to start hearing just some music playing over. Hey, you kits and cats, welcome back. Merry holidays and happy Yule. Got another one here from Atlanta's own Noelise, here on SYRN FM, The Voice. If you're lucky enough, you can come down and party with Noelise all day long down at the Peach Trees. Enjoy, and we will be seeing you shortly. It's exclusive, so make sure you know somebody or are somebody, because if not, nobody's getting in here. And buddy, you're not nobody. And the music will start to kick up a little.
I think the radio was talking to me.
Probably.
Well, I think we know where to go. Let's go stop by the apartment, dump some stuff, have a shower, and then go there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So you'll do so. And what I want you all to do, if you have a side window available, I'm going to show you the building that you're going to. You're going to a place called 191 Peachtree. 191 Peachtree Tower, which I actually don't know if it has an apartment tenants in it, but it does in my world, damn it.
Fair.
So take a look at that when you have a moment.
It's quite the tower.
Yep.
191
Where did-
Peachtree.
191 Peachtree. That's all you have to type, and it'll take you right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I can't show the chat right now, because
Oh, fancy.
that balcony
That's
is
great.
is ridiculous.
That entrance. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a classy place.
This
Wow.
is classy as hell.
Who the hell is letting
Yeah.
me in this place?
A doorman swings the door open for you as you park out front. There's some holiday music that's playing in the lobby, and as soon as you approach the door, a tall, fit black man in his mid-30s with a push-brim mustache is going to pull the door open.
Afternoon. You Lenny?
Are you Mr. Faechilde?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Well, yes, I'm Leonard. Come on in. I'm the floor
Sorry,
manager here at Peachtree. I hear you're going to be up on 36?
Yeah. She was nice enough to let us borrow the apartment for a short little while.
Absolutely. Well, did you... I noticed that you had a vehicle. Are you parked underneath? We do have a valet service if you need it.
It's a borrow, so if you don't mind, I'd prefer parking it myself.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. So here, and he will go and grab you a set of keys that he has in a secured vault behind the counter, and we'll pass over to you. We'll pass over to you that and a fob.
Mm-hmm.
So just that'll get you in the elevator, and will allow you to move freely throughout the building,
Fantastic, thank
to your
you.
floor.
Of course.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so. No, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks very much.
you're very welcome. Have a good stay.
And Machiko will go off to park the car with the dog at her heels, and
Okay. The dog will be happy to be with you, and you'll park in the subterranean parking garage underneath in one of the in a stall that's listed on the side of the fob
alright.
in light up red letters. And that means I can kill that music because that was getting to me. I had.
Mhm.
All right, and you will find yourself a few minutes later, all meeting up on the 36th floor inside of a fairly extravagant two-bedroom apartment that overlooks much of downtown Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this place. It's fantastic.
Got full floor to ceiling windows along one side, a kitchen with an island topped with imported marble. Just an absolute delight to stay in. The beds are both king-sized and plush, and the sofa pulls out. Actually, the sofa is going to be a giant L-shaped pull-out.
I might need to buy this place
Machiko is
Yeah,
going to
right.
lay claim to the sofa.
for when I do business in Atlanta.
There.
All right, so I think we should probably get ready. I really want to hit the shower. Is that cool with everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
How about? I'm gonna close my eyes for a minute.
Okay. You're all welcome just to take a nap and rest up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the plan for.
Yep.
Machiko's
yeah.
going to quickly grab the bathroom before Aaron does to grab a washcloth and whatnot.
Okay.
And then it's just going to...
So how many
Wash your
hours
face
are
in
you
the
going to
kitchen
rest
sink.
here?
2 or 3 probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you got there around 10. Probably around. We'll say you got into the building around 11. So you're at around 2. It's still pretty early, and festivities are still going pretty strongly. You'll reconvene after having showered, napped, and prepped yourselves. By the way, if anybody wants to change out any of their knacks, I will allow it since you've slept.
Yes, I am
I'm good with what
going
I
to
had
do that. I'm
picked
just not
already.
sure which ones I'm
Okay.
going to do.
While you're doing it, I'm just going to crack my window real quick. One sec. It's raining. Nice.
Now the question is, do I want to run overworld knowledge, where I can just walk into a scene and be like, "Tell me all the important things,"
Right?
because that is literally an option.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's a good power,
Yeah.
but I gotta like shut off some good stuff if I want to.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think I'm going to keep mine the way they are. I have to drop 2 to throw in my immortal one, and I don't want to do that. So,
Okay.
but my immortal one's so good. I want to use it at some point. Maybe later.
Yeah, I'm not switching mine right now. I'm running with what I got.
Oh, we've got a bot in the chat.
Nothing we can do about it. It's on its path, right? Not us.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah.
unfortunately, they don't have mods on, I don't think. Oh
yeah.
no, we actually are moderators apparently.
I don't know if I'm a moderator. You're a moderator.
No, we're listed under moderators.
Can you?
Huh.
Kill it with fire.
I mean, give it a shot, right? See what you can do.
Yeah, see if you can. I'm a little locked up at the moment.
Yeah. I think. 1 second. Not in mod views.
Oh.
Huh. I didn't realize that we actually got made mods.
Yeah, I got it fixed after last time. Perf. Oh wow, mod view's weird on this side. It's way. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So, you gather your belongings and prepare. Overhead, you can hear the gentle thrumming of music through the dozen floors between you and the penthouse. Fate seems to have brought you to the same building. Or plot convenience, which in Scion is the same thing.
Yes,
Yep.
it really is.
Fate is a thing. It's great.
All right, let's head up there.
Yeah.
Where is this? Sorry. I was still trying to close out the mod view.
The party is on the penthouse of this building.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Well, let's just head up there, and we'll like. I'm sure it'll work out. I'll just probably go over to the elevator and like press the button on the elevator. There's a fairly good chance that someone who is going to that party is going to be on the elevator when it arrives.
Is that true, huh? Okay. All right. Okay.
By which I mean, like, I do have that. I actually have a power.
Okay. What's your power?
It's the let me just make sure I got the wording of this thing right. It is Where is it? Sorry, I just had to jump over the thing.
That's fine.
It is center of attention.
Okay. So how does that work in regards to this?
Let me double check because I could be wrong, but I think it works.
I have many books.
Center of attention. You are where people want to be. You are the centrifuge of social attention, automatically pulling. Okay, pardon me. It doesn't help me get there. It'll just, but it will means that I can find pretty much whoever I want when I get there. It says if you're at a party and need to meet someone of political or social importance, this is the example. They are there. If you need the attention of supernaturally powerful individuals, spend momentum instead. At storyteller discretion, you may need to make a knack roll to attract the attention of gods themselves. This may not always work out in the way you'd like it to.
Okay, so supernaturally requires momentum spend.
If it's someone of super, you determine.
So that includes Scions.
Yep.
Cool. Just letting you know, because we called in a Scion for you a minute ago.
Yeah. Okay. Should we spend a momentum on that?
No, because it's a learning curve. But just so you know for the future.
I mean, he could have just spent it. He didn't need to ask us for knack stuff.
She wasn't incredibly useful. You know what? Sure. Yeah, you spent it, because then that gets you closer to getting XP.
It's true.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
The room is cooler now, and then wood smoke spell is coming in, and I'm kind of in a mixed bag right now, guys. Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'm just gonna follow him. He's got this.
He's got the social things to get this done. So
yeah, I am going to because of the rest and whatnot. In this case, I am going to just be wearing a different shirt. I bought like a set of black t-shirts or something, so I threw on one of those, and I'm pretending to not be a congresswoman. I'm just a person.
Okay. So normal person. Okay, sounds good. Everybody else?
As they walk out, Ogimaa will turn, kind of look at the group and be like, I mean, if he can't get us in. And he'll reach into his pocket and he'll just pull out like a money clip with just wads and wads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Where is that keep coming from?
Hang back and let those two handle it, because this is definitely not her specialty, but she can probably pull normal person fairly well to.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think Phoebe feels like she's so social in her normal life that the chance to not is great, and I feel like she feels kind of like she should be, because this is something she's good at, but also why if I don't have to?
That's fair. All right, so what's the plan? How are you getting up there?
I think you just hit the elevator button and we're just going to see what happens.
Okay, so the elevator will come up to this floor and will ding. It opens.
Let's see if it takes us.
Aaron will just climb on and basically try pressing the button for the penthouse.
Nothing lights up.
I think our keys are locked to the floor we're supposed to be on.
Yeah, but people have to get up to the party somehow, right? Oh, let's go ask Lenny.
All right.
That's fair.
Bing.
Oh, the chat wants
We'll
to
go down and see
hydrate.
Lenny.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate the hydration 1D forecast. All right. So you head down to the lobby, and Lenny is sitting behind the counter watching a sports game, or something. You know what? He's watching League of Legends on his phone. How can I help you?
Hi. We were looking to go and have a little visit at the penthouse, because there's that party that they were advertising. So we were just wondering how to get up there so we can talk to them, because of the whole keys thing and all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually not in charge of that. So, what you will have to do is, and as he says that, the front door is going to chime open, and a couple of socialites are going to roll in wearing, $2,000 shoes. I undercut how much these outfits cost. $2,000. I'm like, that's actually just like a regular suit, Kelly. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
just because your cheap ass wears stuff from Men's Warehouse does
That's just slightly fancy.
just slightly fancy. $2,000 suit opens the door for his, boss.
Yeah.
So you will see a couple of local celebrities wander in the door wearing finery. That is the price of many people's entire, yearly salary. You'll recognize some people from some Netflix shows that come in, some superhero show probably, and we'll wander in, and you'll see that over by the elevators, there's a side elevator. It looks like a service entrance, just on the right, an elevator by itself, and there is a large. Did I say large? Man who is standing in front of it. He has a huge shaved head and a neck that kind of almost frog-like billows over the collar of his button-up shirt and suit. I'm thinking Cobra Bubbles, if we're going to be honest here. But, anybody, you know what I'm talking about? Lilo and Stitch? Yeah, you know what's up. Kind of standing there. He has a cell phone out, and as the two approach, it's a young man and young woman, probably from that Weirder Stuff show, and they hold out tickets. He'll scan them both with his phone, pause for a minute. You can go on through, and they'll take the elevator up, or we'll start to get into the elevator. What are you guys doing? Lenny will just kind of go.
I'm gonna start walking up towards him.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'll head
Lenny.
over that
Thanks.
way.
Tickets, please.
How much?
Actually, I'm kind of curious. Is there a ticket on layaway for me? Or hold for me? Whatever you call it. I'm Aaron Faechilde. Oh. All right.
Cat scream.
I don't know who that is. I don't know why I care.
All right.
Do you not have tickets on layaway then? I thought we had tickets on layaway.
Because I had like a radio start talking to me, and it told me to come here.
Anyways, how much?
Machiko's just gonna kind of roll her eyes in the background, like, really?
Yeah.
So just because you're hearing voices, that ain't my problem. Now you, Ogimaa, what do you want to do? What do you want to do to make me this roll? And where's your infinite money coming from? Did you take resources 5? Or
There's
whatever?
no resources.
Oh,
There
no
isn't resources
Damn
in
it.
this.
You just have infinite money. Damn. The system.
Yeah, he's a criminal syndicate
It makes sense.
lord.
It's
It
just
does-
ridiculous.
It sounds legit.
It's legit. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's well, like for reference on on the suit that he wears, like the main suit that the
Mhm.
jacket that he has on. Do you know the actor from The Revenant, Dwayne Howard?
No, I never saw Revenant.
Okay, well, there's a suit that he wore to the Oscars that was actually designed by in Haida Gwaii,
Mhm.
and the lapel is just all like First Nations art,
Oh,
so,
cool.
like embroidered into the lapel. It's beautiful. But
Can we
I'm
can we do this as a teamwork role if I like loop my arm through Ogimaa's and just
Yes, you
kind
can.
of
So yeah,
No.
go-
because I was gonna be using persuasion and manipulation
that sounds good to me.
on,
So
on this roll.
let's have Phoebe do it, or I guess you guys can roll at the same time, and if Phoebe succeeds,
I give enhancements up to a +3. So
Okay.
he has to succeed on his own anyway.
Mhm.
I am also going to roll persuasion and manipulation.
okay.
It might be a good idea here to also do assess attitude on him. Because that'll let you know like his kind of like nature, and if you play to that, you get an enhancement bonus on top of whatever else you got.
This is true.
All right. So I got 6.
6 successes.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
mind.
All right. And how many did you get?
Sorry, I had to add dice to my dice roller, so
Okay.
I can't do- 1, 2, 3,
That's
4.
where
So
his
you
money
get
comes from.
you get a +3 from me enhancement
Nice.
bonus.
Okay, so that's 9 successes. I gave
Oh,
him.
sorry. I also get plus. I get a plus enhancement after that for my persuasion rolls. Hold on 1 second.
So that's where Ogimaa's money comes from.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, I think we're at our
Okay,
enhancement
that's
cap
all-
already, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That enhancement's only once per session. I don't need it this time, so I'm not going to use it.
Okay, so that's 9. You have 9 points, and he has a defense of not 9.
This is
So
why Machiko's just kind of standing watching.
what are you saying to do this? So you link your arms with Ogimaa, and Ogimaa, what do you say? How much?
How much? And
Really-
he'll just he'll take his money clip out of his suit and just start thumbing like through hundreds. Just tell me when.
Ogimaa's kind of terrified.
That's good.
There you go.
All right. He doesn't let you give the whole thing. He's got more. So you're gonna probably palm off about $4,000
That's fair.
for about $1,000 each for this. Sounds
A
about
grand
right.
each.
Yeah,
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty on par for that kind of thing.
he's pretty reasonable actually. He'll reach
As
into
we
his
all
pocket.
know from our time in the black market.
It's true. He'll reach into his suit pocket and pull out. Oh, you mean these tickets on layaway? And he'll hand them
Yes.
over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he'll step aside, and you will be able to take the elevator up. It's a quick ascent. It looks like this is a special elevator designed just to service the penthouse. I have no idea if this building actually has that. I don't care. It's a magical fantasy world. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which
Right.
I think Machiko's in like dark black jeans and like a t-shirt
Yeah, Phoebe's in
with like
much
a
the
denim
same.
jacket or something over. Maybe leather. Let's go fancy with leather.
Okay.
I think Aaron's. I'm not sure exactly what Aaron like. He's just kind of got like pretty relaxed stuff, but it works. Like it doesn't matter what he puts on; it just works.
It's a good suit. All right, so you are going to hit the top floor in record time. You'll actually feel your stomach do a little bit of a flutter as you ascend. And as you step out onto the top floor, it's this immense penthouse. There must be 100 people up here just enjoying themselves, not even including the extra 50 who are working it. People milling around, people drinking and laughing, taking hors d'oeuvres off of trays that are being precariously balanced on very scantily clad men and women dressed in their Christmas finest. By Christmas finest, I mean G-strings, thongs, puffball hats.
Strategic placed puffballs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Little red velvet.
Kelly,
Yes.
can I do a check to look for this leprechaun that we're looking for?
Sure, you may.
I was thinking maybe occult and cunning.
Sure.
I'm just looking something up quickly because I want to see if I'm right about this particular knack I have.
Sounds good. So you guys go ahead and do that. I'm just going to check a rule myself real quick.
Two successes on
2
on-
successes. Guess what? You gain a point of momentum.
Yay!
You're back up to 5. You fail.
No,
you do not.
bad.
No, you got rewarded. You got rewarded. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's true.
So you are going to. Do you have a specialty that you were applying there?
No, I don't.
Okay, so then it's just going to be the 1. So you are not going to see that, but you are going to see that there, as you're looking around, a rather short man is going to approach you that kind of catches your eye. Champagne, sir?
Please.
He'll hand you a champagne, and anybody else who wants one. Your dog looks up at you.
Please.
I'm going to use my worrying hound knack, which is, for one, this is the thing I had to check. For hunter knacks, I do not need a literal stalked target. It can be figurative stalking. Basically, I just need a target, something or someone I'm trying to find.
Okay.
So while pursuing a target, I do not face any increase in difficulty to track them, even if they were to take flight, hide in a body of water, or attempt to disappear. You always have some idea of where your target has gone and gain a +1 enhancement to keep up. I'm just turning that on because I'm like, this is somebody we need to find. If he decides to bolt, I want to be able to follow him.
Okay. So, this basically just helps provoke the chase, right? Like
It basically, if the chase starts, then it helps me there more than anything.
So, do you have to roll anything, or is this just automatic?
It's just automatic. If it gives me an enhancement to rolls I'll make. So if like he was trying to hide from us here at the party, I could make a roll to search for him and gain enhancements on that, essentially. Is how I'm reading this.
So as you activate that, you'll see left over on the brilliantly polished marble floor the barest glowing trace of footprints. Quite old, actually. Looks like they lead into outside of that main area. You know, you're in a large ballroom up here, sized living room with lots of lounging cushions, people cavorting, music playing overhead, and it looks like there's a more private party inside of this party, just on the other side of a pair of double doors that those footprints lead to. You can see that there are a pair of of equally thickly built bodyguards blocking those doors as well. But regardless, whether or not your target's in that room or someone who can lead you to your target, you're being nudged that direction by the fates.
I'm gonna like nudge the Machiko and Ogimaa and just kind of like motion my head in that direction.
I'm going to activate a purview.
Okay.
It's free.
Okay.
The Watchful Spirit. It's a Kami signature purview.
Okay.
I can ask a Kami of an object or animal to watch for intruders, keep a lookout for a specific person or event, or perform some other passive task.
Great.
Could I use that to check with, say, the door Kami to ask if Teague has come through here?
Sure. You can ask the elevator door, or you can ask the door to that room.
I think just the door to that room actually would be great.
Okay. So wandering up to the door, two large bodyguards are going to be standing there with their arms crossed. Comfortable enough that they actually don't have their hands immediately free. You have tickets?
Like, I don't know that I have to get too close. And it can notify me regardless of distance.
Oh, okay. Sure. So what are you asking it to remind you of?
Sorry?
What are you asking it to tell you specifically? So, like, you can ask a number of things of it.
Yeah.
Which one are you
basically,
asking?
I want it to know if a specific person has come through. Teague.
A little voice will kind of echo in your ear. Hi. Yes.
Recently?
Last night.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll let it fall.
The bodyguards are going to look out at you standing closer to the door. Private party inside of here. Do you have your tickets on you?
Oh, yeah, this is the one I don't know.
He'll look down. You see that there's a little embossed stamp at the bottom of each of your tickets. After you. And he will pull the door open, allowing you both in.
I will wiggle my fingers at the others.
And here I was just about to use a purview.
Okay.
You have money. You don't need magic.
Your money is magic.
Well done,
Right.
well done.
Yeah.
I'll come hurrying over through the party.
Yeah.
Try not to plow people out of the way. Yeah.
The door is open, and as soon as you step outside the room, by the way, check the chat for a new song, guys.
Oh, yay!
You will hear a melodic, very beautiful, soft voice echo across the room. And what you've entered into is an open air. You ever seen those pictures of the pools and jacuzzis and things that kind of are the edge of the world ones? You're basically
Yeah.
in an open air sauna and pool with a few people cavorting around, lounging, laying. This is definitely the expensive part. Some people doing illicit drugs off of the bar that's half submerged in the water, and kind of lounging by the water are a number of backup singers and a pop star who's crooning into a mic over the speakers. And everybody here is having a fantastic time. In fact, you're having a fantastic time. One moment, please.
I'm gonna, as I have a moment, whisper in the other's ears that Teague had been through the door last night.
All
Do,
right.
do we know if he left?
I didn't ask that,
Oh,
but he'd been through the
Wait.
door last night.
who are you talking to?
The door. There's
you could
candy
just
everywhere.
talk
How do you not know this?
Because I got other things going on.
As you walk in, the a girl dressed in just a simple bathing suit, but wearing a lanyard that marks her as staff, approaches you and offers you a tray covered in various pills and M&Ms, actually, sorted into little piles by color.
Machiko will look at them and ask, okay, is there actually any drugs in those, or are those just straight M&Ms?
She'll lean forward. M&M, Molly, Smarties, and she'll just start naming them all off. It's a mix, actually, but they're all sorted into piles by color.
I will happily take Smarties.
Okay, they are imported Canadian Smarties because American Smarties are the same as Canadian rockets.
It's true.
It is a nightmare.
Right, that's
Yep.
confusing.
Yep.
Mhm.
I will take Canadian Smarties.
All right, they're imported.
As will I.
There's some Reese's Pieces too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gaining a
knew
point
this.
of tension.
You knew this when we met.
That's true.
Aaron's just going to take a sampling of just whatever. Like, sure. He doesn't care, but whatever.
Okay, so I am going to.
Machiko's gonna lean back and like, you know some of that's drugs, right?
I'm going to spend a point of tension.
Never bothered me before.
There we go. And
Like, seriously, these things are like Tic Tacs.
okay,
He's just gonna kind of look mildly horrified.
and with that, the singer's going to raise her voice a bit more and kind of smile and wave around her arms, kind of just doing one of these type of, singing gestures that, talking about, like kind of the flowing arms thing. And as you step inside, she's going to smile and look at you. And her voice kind of catches your attention and draws you over. And let's see. She makes eye contact with you, and her backup singers do as well. You are all hopelessly enamored.
Worse.
I do not need a roll to do this if we are out of combat.
Do we
Okay.
not get a resolve or anything?
It says if used in combat, it requires a roll, but out of combat, it doesn't look like.
That's
Right.
weird.
So what does that do?
Basically, this music, it sounds awesome. It sounds so good. Yeah, so I'm just double checking. So it's the antagonist makes eye contact with another character. In this case, when using combat, requires a roll. Successes must exceed the target's defense, which is the resolve portion of that, right? She may functionally incapacitate the character. The actual effect may vary. The target may be paralyzed, terrified, helplessly enamored, etc. In any case, she is unable to break away from the antagonist's stare. In this case, it's musical based, so it's the sound. However, the antagonist cannot take mixed actions while using the flare, cannot move without making a basic action, otherwise the target is freed. So yeah, I don't think so. Like,
that sounds OP as fuck. So what, she could just do that to a god and be fine?
No, because there's a scale issue.
Yeah, there's a scale point where certain things just don't care. Like if you're 2 scales higher, you're just like, nah, you can't.
Yeah, because this is 168. Like, how does it, Jen? Is there normally a roll? Because it said it specifically stated there's a roll in combat only.
Yeah.
And is that? Do they have to maintain eye contact?
No, this is auditory.
Or well, if you're using the one I'm looking at, then
yeah. But I spent tension, so I can change it.
Fair, yeah. If you change it to auditory, then it's just she has to continue singing rather than eye contact.
Yep. Also, this is kind of like I'm allowed to play with the rules too, so even if I don't spend points, because that's the way the system works.
So Aaron will probably just blink a little bit and be like, "Okay, maybe these aren't quite Tic Tacs. This is really
he can just
good
he can
music."
just do that.
I can just do it, right?
Yeah, it's so here. Most flares do not possess dice pools, and activating such flares does not require a roll. Rather, the story guide simply decides when it is appropriate for the antagonist to do so. Many flares are tactical in nature, changing the circumstances of the battle in the antagonist's favor. When flares do require a roll to activate, then they could do things. But yeah, it's we're not in combat, so it's not like our lives are on the line. Therefore, yep.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to hear this pop song just kind of flows through you, and all around you, you feel just great. You start to new song incoming. You start to feel the music just kind of rolling through you. Aaron, you're feeling extra good from the buzz, and as you just feel like you want to be around here. You want to... You just want to be in the center of this. You find yourselves wandering forward. Your dog kind of whines and pulls at your pants a bit, and you'll find yourselves suddenly covered in water. You all fell into the pool at some point. You didn't even recognize it. You just walked forward. You're floating through the warm water of the pool toward the pop singer who's just sitting on the edge of the pool, swooning and singing with her 3 friends. And as you approach, the music just works its way into your brain. But everyone else would hear something differently. They would hear the sound coming out of their throats would be beautiful, but terrifying. And it's at that point that all around you, you don't start to notice the other partygoers swooning and swaying and moving closer. The pop singer hits a higher note, and one of them takes a step forward and jumps over the edge of the balcony, down toward the ground below. And then it looks like he flies up for a moment. Something grabs him with wings and carries him up. Cool party. The girl in the front, who the radio said's name was Noelise, crooks a finger at I'll re-roll that because I cocked. At you, Phoebe. And you'll feel this song roll through your mind. Daughter of Artemis, you look good enough to eat. And as you come forward, this girl who's sitting there dressed in the most luxurious, shimmering fish scale swimsuit. Her hair high and beautiful in this upturned, clasped ponytail, looking very much in the same vein as, say, Megara from the Hercules movie, or literally anything Ariana Grande. Which, did you notice the same person, by the way? Is going to lean forward and touch your cheek. Just a taste. Is going to lean forward, and is there anything you guys can do? If anybody would like to imbue...
Yeah, I'm looking for something we can do to get out of this.
You know what? I know
guys,
something
but-
that we can do. I know exactly what I can do.
Oh, I know. Sorry, I know what we can do as
What
well.
can you do?
Under Marvels, we have stuff like Resolve Condition, where we just basically use our
Spend a-
legend to
Spend a legend.
do shit. Yeah.
So I'm gonna save you a spend of a legend real quick to make this
Sure.
easier.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear a sploosh behind you. Someone must have fallen into the pool, and then shook. And Machiko, you're going to feel a sharp pain on the back of your elbow that's going to snap you too, as your dog bites into the back of your arm, hard enough to draw a bit of blood. It's going to piss you off.
Yeah.
And then you turn back around and see that the pool is swarming with scaly, wide-mawed, razor-toothed women, where once a moment ago were beautiful singers. And can I get an initiative roll off of everybody, and we'll just see how this resolves since you are awake? I figured I might as well use your dog. And I'm sorry, I had to do sirens, guys. It was so perfect.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
What did we-
absolutely
Yeah.
fair.
That's perfect.
I'm just-
Also,
To pick what we used for initiative, right?
It is cunning plus your whatever skill you're going to use in combat. So if you're going to use firearms or close
Right.
combat, that plus cunning is your dice pool.
And then however many successes we have is what our initiative is, right?
Yes.
Okay,
What is mine? Where is my character sheet? I have so many tabs open.
that's
Why
fine.
did I
I've
open so
got
many
like
tabs?
52. I feel you.
Yeah,
I
I've
keep
got a-
opening them because I'm looking for stuff. So.
Yup. Oh no, Elise, you got great roll.
7?
You get 7 successes?
Jesus.
No,
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I'm counting dice.
Oh, okay. That's better for me. Okay, cool. I've got my successes. Okay.
I just because I use an app instead of actual dice, I have to like.
That's fair. So,
them.
oh, cool. I'm actually using a screen for the first time in forever with Dork Tales. Oh, hydrate. You know what? I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be right back.
Mm.
What the heck is my app doing now? Apparently my app hates me. I'm gonna restart it. It's not doing what it used to do. So I have to try this again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. Roll the dice.
All right, I have more water. Consume. All right. Okay, so let's check initiative rolls. That's a face. All right, so how many did you get, Christine? 5?
5.
Okay. What's your pool? Compare your pool to Mike.
My pool is 6.
9.
Okay. James, what'd you get?
I got 5 successes as well, but my pool is 6.
Okay. So you and Christine both roll you both have 6?
Yep.
Both of you roll a dice. A die.
10.
5.
Okay. So
Actually, I would have relented anyway. I'm kind of swooning.
Yeah. And Jen, what'd you get?
1.
Okay. So, just the initiative order is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, and can you roll your dog's primary or your dog's initiative pool?
Well, is it just the constant 9 dice for everything then?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
We'll say so, yeah. Okay, so that means that we go Mike, and
That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Sounds good. And that means that you will have initiative over my guy. So it goes Mike, Christine, James, Noelise, and then you said 4 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes Noelise, then it goes Yuki, then it goes Selagina, then it goes Amalia. Because this is Greek, they all have to have names.
Of course.
And you have to remember them for your exam, Jen.
Of course.
And then Adrena.
You have to name them in order and
and
talk
their memonym. Their what's it called? It's not memonym, but that's literally what it's for. It's their
Roman alternate.
their Roman alternate, and also their euphemistic poetry title.
Oh yeah.
Which is the word that I'm forgetting right now, where it's like, like cow-eyed Hera.
Yeah.
Epithet?
So for those of you in the chat, can you spot the the
classics nerds?
Roman
Yeah.
Greek studies majors?
Okay. So
I may have just talked to somebody today about how I made it the entire way through a Greek epic class, and I still haven't read the Iliad or the Odyssey in full.
yeah, we both faked that shit, didn't we?
Yep. I passed with like
I've read
a
them.
C or a B.
If you want to read them again, the Richard Lattimore copies are the best.
Yeah.
Because they transliterate a lot of the language so that it's much more like modern. Rather than...
see, I've read several modern ones, and I actually want to read one that's a very close translation. At some point, I'm interested in doing that. Because I've read modernized ones.
Epithet.
Epithet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I always get that like confused with epigram and all the
I
other.
know, there's so many. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through initiative with the person who has been awoken out of this first. So Christine, I'm going to give you top initiative for this round, since your dog bites into your arm, jarring you back too. Which means that I actually can't, by the way, once this pops, guys, I can't use this power again on you unless I spend, unless 5 minutes pass or I spend tension. But I looked up all the things I can do with tension, so we're going to find out. All right, so you were seeing these horrible creatures with wings for arms, tipped in serrated claws, and long, dripping maws leaning in to bite Phoebe's face off, to wrap around Ogimaa and eviscerate his guts, to cut into Aaron's chest and pluck out his heart. And one of them is reaching toward you as your dog bites you. What do you do?
I'm going to draw Kusanagi.
Okay.
And attack it.
Okay. You may do so. Is there anything that you're going to do to alert your friends?
Well, the stunt from this hopefully will knock them out of it.
Okay.
Because clearing an obstacle from the field, I kind of want to clear the water out of this pool.
Okay, so you're going to try to flip them. Okay, that sounds... You know what? This sounds great, because you guys are right on the edge of a building, and the water flows off the building a bit, so this is going to be great.
Nice.
I'm not going to let them fall to their deaths, but it's going to be dramatic. Let's go.
I'm hoping it'll at least knock them and wake them, because I probably can't reach all of them to hit them and wake them.
Okay.
And defend them from stuff.
All right, so blinding Kusanagi wave, go.
Yes, I'm going to attack it with Kusanagi.
Okay.
So that would be close combat.
And Dex, probably? Because you're in water? But, like, whatever you want, really. drive delicious human mealtime.
Well, I think I'll use might because it is a sword. It's a melee weapon.
Okay.
Which on the point of Dex, did we ever stop fully?
Stop what? Going through the water?
Well, moving, because technically I can walk on water. As long as I keep moving forward, I don't sink.
Do you have to activate that, or is it always on?
It's always on. It's
It's
just
always
part
on,
of
but
being
I think we
Dex.
can choose. Like, I think we can choose. So if
Oh
we
yeah,
were
you
under,
can choose to. I think.
if you were
but-
under an effect, you might have chosen like.
I'll say
chosen.
that you got wet, but you can hoist yourself up like you're like hopping on something.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It can be a solid
'Cause then I'll
service
just
for you
keep
when you choose it to be.
moving. And just kind of dancing to keep myself on top of the water surface.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and do so? As you snap to, your dog bites into the side of you and like is whining and frantically pulling on your arm. You are going to look around and notice that the swimming pool you're in is immense, and the floor of it is covered with human bones.
That's awful.
The women that are wandering around handing drugs out are emaciated. They look like dehydrated mummies. And they're actually not handing out pills and M&Ms. They're handing out lotus flowers.
Ah, shit. Did I eat that shit?
Yeah, you did. It's fine. It doesn't technically count as magic. It's weird. All right, so go ahead, and I know my defense.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Okay. We're back into it.
Also,
and...
also, it's fine if I take an injury, guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Everybody injure Jen. Don't injure her
Not
character.
everybody. I don't
Oh.
have that many spots.
That'll hit the spot. Okay.
11 successes.
Holy shit! What?
So I had 9 dice, and I rolled 4 10s and 3 9s to start with.
Holy crap!
And then I had to re-roll the 10s.
Okay, Kelly, at some point in the future, I think you need to develop some sort of like Christine dice cam that just it plays in another window. And it's just like, this is what Christine is rolling this
YouTube
game.
has threatened to make me do that.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I roll a lot of dice.
Well, yeah, and it would be hilarious because then it would just be
You
like,
just shut them up.
yeah, it
Oh
would
my
be like,
God.
You know
That-
what's
and it was
hilarious?
Guaranteed, of course, though, the moment we put it on, that's when the luck deserts.
Or
Yeah.
when we
Then
take
it
you to
goes
Vegas
to the right.
finally. Okay. So what I want you to do, what are you buying? So you're attacking the one in front of you. So
Yes.
what are you spending points to get? So what
Okay.
what are your stunts?
So grass cutter, that comes with a sword.
Okay. Do you have to spend to
For
activate
sure.
that?
Sorry?
Do you have to spend to activate that?
No.
Okay.
It is just part of the relic sword. Like, you have to spend a stunt to do it.
Okay.
It's a knack.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Do you have to spend
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying you asked about stunts, so I said that's one of them.
It's because you have to spend successes to do stunts. So if it
Yeah, oh, so it's a
if
1 to
on-
3 success one.
There we go.
What, 1, 2, 3?
Probably
to
depending on
So depending on how
obstacle.
big the field is, I guess I'm trying
I
to
think
suppress.
clearing
so
a
I,
swimming pool is going to cost you at least 2, if not 3.
so
I'm
I
gonna
would say
3.
that's up to you.
I'm gonna say
like,
3.
I don't
You got
care
11
about lots of
successes. You're
successes.
fine.
Got 11. Just spend them.
I don't know that I'm
Spend.
going to be able to spend all of them. Which I will note that my weapon does have the aggravated tag.
Okay.
Also it's piercing, so it goes through armor.
Okay. So you have 8 stunts to spend after
Okay.
defense.
Um,
So you now have 5 stunts to spend into damage and not flipping the pool.
yeah, so I had looked at the document that Jen had put together,
Okay.
and it looks like defend is a stunt.
Yeah.
It's a defense stunt, I think.
Yeah, it's a defensive stunt.
Or you
So
can
that-
just apply an enhancement to someone else's action, I think. You can just
So
be
you
like,
can make complications for other characters, 1 success per complication. You can generate enhancements that you can use or another character can use. That must be a different skill. And you can make it harder for others to accomplish tasks directed at you. Successes
Okay.
add a difficulty to take action against you.
Yeah, because that's what this defend one seems to be like.
Yeah, so that's the difficulty.
It generates successes which the opponent must overcome in order to inflict an injury.
Okay, so basically it'll just add to your defense.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So I wouldn't mind doing that for myself. If I have any left over, then I guess something maybe to help my friends.
sounds good.
my,
Okay.
my teammates.
So are you doing a point of damage? So that's for free.
Yeah.
Because that costs 0, right? Are you doing a critical for is 3 or 4 more? Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 4.
It's normally 4, but I thought she might have
Egg
had a power.
auto does grievous magical damage. I will remind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the grievous magical damage thing that confuses me as to what it actually does.
There's something about it in one of these books that I'm gonna look up and see if I can find it. But
Cool. Let me know, because that'll determine how dead this thing is.
Something specific. I think it's
So
that
the
it can't
tag-
heal.
Yeah.
It basically says that it should be described as something impressive, like an arm got cut off,
Okay.
and it can't be healed by magical abilities, or can
Okay.
only be healed by magical abilities. It won't
All
heal
right.
naturally.
So this
Yes.
one, Noah Elise, the one that's singing, reaches forward. And you are going to pull yourself up onto the water as if it were a solid surface, and fling your blade out. And let's put on some fight music.
Ooh.
Sky Titans, please, if you don't mind.
Oh, where the hell did my chat go?
And that's surprisingly quiet.
The Dark Fantasy Studio one?
Yeah, because I just licensed all 400 of their songs, so it's all mine. All right. Okay, you whip your blade out, and that is going to do 1 point of lethal. Are you spending for the crit?
Can I still spend for it on top of what else I wanted to do?
So what else did you want to do?
Okay,
you
so
have 8
I'm doing
points
the
to
stun.
spend. Yep. So you're adding to defense. How much are you adding to defense?
Let's do 2 to give me a nice 7.
Okay, so that's 2. You have 6 more points to spend. 4 will
Okay.
get you the crit, and then you'll have 2 more to spend that can add a complication to the field or generate an enhancement to another character's next action.
I will do the 4 for crit and do the 2 towards an enhancement for whoever's next, I guess.
Okay. So that'll be Ogimaa.
Okay.
All right. So Ogimaa, you're gonna have a +2 enhancement on your roll.
Nice.
So you whip your sword around in a full circle. The siren's talons falling as you lob her right arm off. It hits the ground and begins to plunge down amongst the bones. And then a moment later, a whirlpool erupts from beneath you and explodes over the edge of the pool. I'm going to say that this is going to do the following things. Ogimaa, it is now your action. You have been thrown into the air. You are now flying through the air of this penthouse swimming pool, riding a wave across the room toward the bar. All of you have been tossed in different directions. Yours has been slightly advantageous, though. You're going to snap to, being hurled through the air, and struck with millions of drops of water. Thousands of gallons of water. Millions of gallons of water. You're in the ocean, Bob.
Oh!
Sherman's March to the Sea. We're in
Suddenly, the ocean. You're in Florida.
It's
Congratulations.
Brosidon, king of the Broshan. All right. And you are up, Mike. What do you do?
Okay, so you were saying, like, how far did I get?
So you have been
Flying out?
thrown about 20 feet.
Okay. Okay.
There are 4 sirens, one of which has lost their arm. They're all kind of like swimming through the water that's erupting. I need you to picture like a half-sized Olympic swimming pool that has a tornado emerging underneath it.
Okay.
Like, this is what this room looks like.
And I think Machiko's essentially dancing in place on water so that she doesn't fall into it until
If
it's
the
all
water's
gone.
airborne, you could theoretically jump between the droplets if they're big enough.
Oh yeah.
This is
No,
bullshit.
that's the
This
disgusting
game
part
is
about
great.
like epic
This
deaths.
is,
Yeah,
this,
it's
is, this
ludicrous.
is ridiculous. Okay,
Anime!
so could I do
Yes.
a knack and still attack?
Does the knack cost an action? What's the activation for the knack?
It doesn't really say.
Is activating a knack a full action?
That's a good question.
I didn't.
Some of them
see
say,
it
like my
anywhere.
heroic healer
Yeah.
one says, you may not make mixed actions when utilizing this.
Yeah, so you might be able to do a mixed action, which would be an attack plus.
You only do a mixed action if you have 2 dice pools. Because you have to use the lower dice pool.
True. Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, more like a complex action, I guess, where it's you're doing 2 things.
Okay, well, like what I was wanting to do is I wanted to drop Cloak of Dread, and I'll just read off what it says. You project an aura of menace that terrifies and intimidates anyone who would dare cross you. Spend momentum and double your successes on any knack skill rolls to intimidate targets. Enemies of the lesser tier and extras simply will not attack.
Okay. These guys are the same tier as you.
Okay.
But I think that given the nature of that, go ahead and just do it.
Okay.
So
I
spend-
can just drop that and then
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, so you can choose to attack or intimidate.
Okay.
So you won't get like the free intimidation roll, but you'll double your successes on any knack skill rolls to intimidate opponents.
Now, when it says a knack skill roll,
If the knack comes with a skill, then that's what you roll.
Okay, so in this
If
case,
it-
it would be intimidation.
Yes. If
Okay.
it doesn't, I believe you actually roll integrity.
Okay.
If it doesn't come with a knack skill.
So yeah, do you want to
Okay.
activate that, or do you want to just shoot?
Oh, you know what? I might actually just shoot.
Okay, so go ahead and just shoot. You see you're at 5 momentum still. Okay.
Sounds good. Here we go. So, yeah, he lands. I'm assuming on top of the
on top of the bar.
on top of the bar.
On top of the tiki bar.
Yeah, on top of the tiki bar, reaches into his pocket and then just pulls out his rifle, jacks around, and
Alright.
we got
Which Scion are you
Uh,
shooting for? The one that that Machiko was facing, or one of the other ones?
the lead one, the one that
The lead one? Okay.
and I got 5.
You got 5. And okay, so then add your +2 equipment bonus for the advantageous positioning.
Okay.
So you're at 7.
So 7 plus my firearms specialty gives me +1.
Okay, so you're at 6. That is.
And and so I have a specialty in that as well,
Okay.
but it's long range.
You're not long range.
I'm not long range. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
I'm up to 7 or 8, was it?
So you're. I think you're at
5, 6, 7.
I think you're at. Oh, and the firearms gives you +1.
Yeah, and so I'm at 8. Okay.
Okay, so you're at 5 total. So you're going to deal 1 point of damage. And what I'm going to say is that you're going to line up your shot, and that first shot is going to be enough that it actually is going to catch her right in the throat. And you are going to see just the top of this siren's head is going to explode off in basically looking like a tuna thrown in a blender.
Awesome.
Okay, so
Uh,
she's done, eh?
Yep, so you've got five stunts to spend.
Okay, so I'm going to. So if she's toast,
She's
Um,
toast.
then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to. Let me just pull up my stunts
Overkill
page.
is the best kind of toast.
I'd love overkill toast. Okay, so I've got 5 here, and I am going to. How much would I have to spend for a pin on this one?
For pin?
Yeah,
Uh,
because it says variable in the stunts rules. So
how are you? You can't really pin with a. How would you pin with a rifle round? Are you like shooting so much that you hurl the siren's corpse onto one of its friends?
oh my god.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I was thinking, either maybe like just suppress them, keep them
Okay.
down.
Suppressing
like
fire.
suppressing fire, kind of pin them in place.
Yeah, either that or I'm just gonna do a critical on the next one. So like I don't. So depending on how much that pin would cost, basically.
I guess you could theoretically shoot through one into the other and spend 4 successes to do damage onto the next one.
Oh my god.
That sounds epic.
That's okay. That sounds pretty cool.
So you have 1 success left that you can pay forward to someone else's. So, for
I
example, adding to Jen's defense. The one that's reaching out to bite her face off.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And my rifle does have the aggravated tag on that one.
Okay, so they can't
it's-
heal.
Awesome. I
They
love that
they
tag.
can't heal.
That
yeah,
doesn't
it's-
apply. That doesn't apply to these guys so much, but in the future it definitely will for bigger bosses.
Okay,
All
sounds
right,
good.
so your rifle round is going to go off as you land, sopping wet in your deluxe suit and shoes. Pull your rifle out and fire. It's going to strafe through the siren that Machiko cut, and is going to punch into the shoulder of the one behind. So it is going to explode with this bluish pink blood.
Ugh.
And it's going to shrilly shriek, and it would be James's turn, but I'm going to spend 2 points of tension to go first.
No.
Oh!
Which, by the way, I can do this and I still get my normal action.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Ooh.
So you are
Aw.
fighting.
I mean, to be fair, we're gross too. So
Oh, yeah.
You are fighting
They are
Amalia.
like, disgustingly gross.
So Amalia, I have how many dice toward eat man flesh? Let's find out. Remind me. Claws and singing. We're gonna go with what's the clawing or biting you, James?
I probably biting. I mean,
Okay.
I am a big slab of
Trying
man
to
flesh.
bite open your rib cage. All right,
Yeah,
and
that sounds appropriate.
these dice are not really loving me. What's your? Oh, and then you get to roll your defensive.
Yeah,
pool
roll my
against me.
defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
That sucked.
I've got
oh
2.
no,
Yes.
poor DM.
Got through?
Yes, I got through it with 1 success. Hey!
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Okay,
So
so
I think
hold on. So I've never hit you guys before. I didn't manage with the cow last game. So let me see how this works. So
Ow.
now,
Do you have any enhancement bonuses?
So I've got natural weapons. What does unnatural hunger do? It's the one thing I didn't look up. That's not that's unnatural. That's a antagonists ability to do something, consume something outside of the norms. Must succeed. Oh, it's just saying that I have to do it. Well, whatever. I was gonna do it anyway.
Take that, rules.
Take that, rules. I'm coming at you. I'm gonna bite your chesty.
That sounds fine.
So I think that I'm going to get. Here's the weird thing I haven't learned. So looking. No, I don't get any specialty bonuses. Right? I have a primary dice pool in biting, clawing, and singing, but those don't give me innate bonuses. I'm pretty sure.
They don't add dice to your pool, but if they're specialties, you get.
I think they're just what I'm good at because the way they do NPCs in the system. So I am going to do 1 point of damage to you then, which I can do like as follows. By the way, we're new to this game. If you're just tuning in,
Yeah.
thank you, Raid. Good to see you. So not the chesticles, definitely the chesticles.
Wait, We've learned a lot about the rules, but there are still a few
They're
things we're
so
getting
different
used to.
than the other games that we're used to playing.
Yeah, it's really true.
Like they're
Yeah.
good. They're good rules so far. There's just a lot of difference. Okay, so you're going to dodge out of the way, but it's still going to catch you with the side of its maw, and that is going to give you. I'm going to say that she doesn't manage to make it through your. She doesn't manage to make it through your clothing entirely.
Alright.
But is going to give you cracked ribs. So you're going to be injured. Is that the
Okay.
way it works? Hold on.
I think I just take 1 injury level, don't I?
Yeah, but this is lethal. So it looks like anyone with a stamina rating of 1, they can take injured. Additional bruised condition. Okay. So there are 4 types. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, so just narrative levels. Yeah, so you're going to be bruised. So I'm going to give you bruised ribs.
All right.
So you're at a -1 defense.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be you, and now it's your turn. As this thing tries to bite you, it bites into your shirt, ripping it and punching through your thick jacket that is now sopping with water.
All right. Okay. I think I'm just gonna grab onto this thing and then just lift it up and chuck it off the side of the building.
That sounds great. Go ahead and
Cool.
make me your roll.
All right.
That is beautiful.
So might and close combat. This is not bludgeoning, so I don't get my specialty. Lift. Did it lifting account?
Sure.
All right, so I got one of those.
Okay.
So. That's 4.
Okay. So grabbing her by the arms, you're going to pin her wing-like arms to her side and hurl her off the building.
All right.
And you flip, 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 as it starts to rise on its wing-like arms.
Oh, come on!
It's not on your face anymore, though, so that's great.
That's true.
Something.
I said it 3 times.
Yep.
But that's okay. I think it's dramatic for the moment, and it's great. So
Yeah, and
It's
Aaron wasn't
perfect.
paying attention. Aaron was spacey as fuck.
okay, it is Yuki the dog's turn. Yuki is dog paddling or running around in the empty pool that's being moseded by Yuki, or not by Yuki, by Machiko. So the water is swirling around. What's your dog doing?
Are there any left in front of me?
Yes, there are still 2 of them in the pool. One is about to bite into Phoebe, and the other was just shot. Or pardon me, the one that's about to bite Phoebe was shot by Ogimaa, and one dead. Ogimaa. And the one that was trying to bite Ogimaa is starting to lift to the air on her wings.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one be. I will indicate the one that's attacking
Phoebe,
or Machiko would have on her turn.
Okay.
And
You can
that's
do
the one-
insignificant things just whenever, so you
Okay.
can just do that.
Yeah, so you can be like, Yuki,
So kinda
bite!
Yuki. And I think they probably have a bunch of like hand signals and stuff worked out for what sort of attack they want.
Okay. Well,
So I want him
the dog
to-
understands English perfectly, so
Oh yeah.
remember,
Well,
the dog has an IQ higher than at least one party member.
But
Yeah, so
sometimes
I
you don't
mean-
want to be explicit.
That's true.
I don't want everybody else to know what I'm ordering, though, right? So I
Okay.
think we would have worked out hand signs or commands, sort of thing. So
Okay.
I want it to cripple by like hamstringing,
Okay, sounds good.
because that keeps him kind of out of range of claws relatively well.
Okay, sounds good.
So I
So
wanted
are
to
you
dart
trying
in,
to do
hamstring, and
damage, or
dart
are you
out.
trying to reduce dice pools?
Reduce the dice pool then, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. So let's go ahead and make a contested roll.
Okay, so what? I just rolled a 9 pool.
You roll the 9 pool. Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
gross. And I
is
roll.
gross. I love this.
My
Best point eye thing ever.
and then I roll my defense.
Okay, well I started out by rolling 4 10s, so
Well, I rolled 110, so suck it.
let me re-roll those. There's an 8 and another 8.
Balls.
So that is 6 successes.
6
for Yuki.
successes. Okay, so I feel like they shouldn't, like, antagonists shouldn't even roll. Like, they have their defenses are so You know what? It mattered for the giants, though. Mattered for the giants. Okay, so I feel like Siren should have more defense than that, though. They should have more than 3. It's just weird.
I mean,
Anyway.
why don't you just add another one in there?
Spend some tension.
Yeah.
I only have 2 left.
So
Oh, poor baby.
Whenever conditions are... Oh, actually, you guys technically overcame a condition of you guys being... Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm gonna add... technically, you guys all being mind-controlled was a condition. So,
Alright.
you overcame that. So, I'll add +3 to my defense, which still is not enough to protect myself from getting hit. So I believe you're going to have three stunts that you can spend.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Ooh, it's purple.
Basically, I want him to do some sort of cripple move.
Yeah.
Make it so that maybe she won't be able to attack Phoebe right
Okay.
away. Be distracted, down on the ground.
That sounds good to me. So that, I believe,
Not necessarily
it's...
injured per se, but or at least only like 1 point, like the very minor.
So I can add difficulty to take actions against Phoebe.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
So
good to me.
that can be +3 to actions done against Phoebe. Okay, good job. So Yuki's going to rush along, dancing between the bones on the floor of the pool, and is going to bite hard into this siren's long, fishy tail and start to yank it around like our dog does when he's trying to wrestle with a rope.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And James, you can take a quick break if you need.
I think this dog is actually slightly bigger
I'll be
than
back in this
Charlie.
All right, and then it is going to be her turn, actually. So she's going to snarl and try to finish off Jen, who's kind of like knocked into the air. So Phoebe, what is... go ahead and roll your defense. And how does this work for my roll, then? Does that mean that I just add to your defense, technically?
You add complications that you have to overcome. So you have to spend successes to overcome complications.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
What's funny is the book, I think, says things slightly differently than the inside of the screen.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
keep in mind when it comes to the dog, they are generally a range of about 36 to 61 kilos. 36 kilos even is heavier than Charlie.
And this one's powered by Hellfire.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
And
what
also
the hell did I
cookies.
just do?
Oh, okay.
I did.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I did.
Oh god, no, that's only one success after those. Damn it.
It's okay. You're fine.
Yeah, so like 61 kilos
I
is
just have to check
134
something.
pounds.
I have to check something.
That's just horrifying. I can't even imagine a dog that big. I don't think I've
Oh.
encountered a dog that big.
That's how that works. I fail.
Okay.
Oh.
0 successes.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I only had 4 dice.
Oh
Okay.
my.
I'm not like a please hit me character.
That's.
I didn't botch though, which is what I was trying to look up. Botch is if I
so-
got a 1 and failed, but I did
Okay,
not.
you're going to gain a point of momentum then.
Yes. I'm going to, well, depending on what she does, maybe immediately spend it.
Okay. So she is going to slither around you and is going to... you're going to be floating slightly out of her reach, so she is going to try to get you closer to her. She's going to lash her arm out and grab you by the ankle and twist and hurl you against one of the Corinthian columns nearby. You're going to hit it hard and are going to take a sprained ankle.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's you increase the difficulty of all actions anytime you move.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You don't need to move to
As-
shoot usually.
Yeah, and as a reflexive action, because I can just do this, when I suffer an injury, I spend momentum and inflict the same injury on the target that attacked me.
Okay, the dog pulls back sharply and you'll hear a crunching noise inside of the tail.
Nice.
Yeah, it has
Nice.
to be pretty much the identical injury or an injury of similar severity if it's not able to have the exact same injury.
Okay.
Just saying.
That makes sense. Like basically, like her tail
Yes.
is ripped and she can't move as well.
Yep.
All right. So, how much do I have to spend to do that? How much do? Damn it! I only have. How do I get more tension? I need more tension. I need like 1 more point.
Haha.
How seriously? How do I add tension whenever resolving condition or overcoming a calling crisis? Tension spent to improve a character persists across. Alright, fine. Okay, so with that, the siren that is taking flight to the air is going to snarl and is going to hit Aaron from behind and try to knock him out the door as well. What happens with multiple defenses in a round? Do you only defend once? That's what we decided?
That's what we worked out, yeah. It's the first time you're attacked.
Okay.
And yeah, that works both ways, so...
Okay. But that's weird, though, because when I spend tension to raise my defense, it's raise your defense per round. That's weird.
It is.
All right. Aaron, I'm going to hit you hard, buddy.
All right.
So I got 3 successes to knock you out the window.
All right. So what would be my... I guess I don't have a defense.
I don't think you have a... I guess you do a No, I guess you only do the 1 defensive roll.
Okay. Does that defensive roll stand for everything, or do I just not get any more defensive rolls?
I think
That
you
might be...
don't... One moment, let's double check, because that's...
Yeah.
That's...
Because otherwise I've got I had 4 before. Did I have 4 before?
Oh, your standard defense is already 1. So, that I think that's just what...
Oh, so you have a standard defense versus, and then...
Yeah, and so your defense is 1, and then if you're defending, which you can do, I think a character can defend to increase the difficulty an attack must overcome. In response to an attack, the player may reflexively roll, so that's a reflexive action. And then defensive stunts. So you spend your successes to generate defensive stunts, which are things like defend, dive to cover, etc. And then those persist until the end of the round. Apparently.
Oh, so like literally it's not a numbers game at all. Everything is defense and buying. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're learning, guys. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So...
You can also full defend, which takes your entire action, but you get double the amount of dice, therefore you can get more successes.
I was doing this wrong. So because of the base defense rule, the 3 is their base defense. They are slippery as hell, and then they roll their boons, knacks that oppose a trait. Yeah.
So it's not versus
yeah, so I guess no, actually, you know what? That's okay. It's good to know. So I don't actually roll defense for monsters. That speeds this up significantly. All right, we're still learning, guys.
Go.
All right, so
Cool.
that is going to catch you from behind, and with 2 successes, you are going to tumble out the window and start falling out of the building. Let's see.
Oh, no.
That means there's 1 more that is in the air. This one is going to try to grab you by the arms with its talons and start carrying you off.
Oh no.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay, then.
I'm switching dice after this. This is ridiculous.
I'm not sure I wanted to succeed or fail.
Okay.
So just as a note, because I just realized this, the regular defense doesn't add to difficulty for like injury rolls and stuff, so that's not the numbers game. If you go full defense as a character, that dice pool can be used to create higher difficulty for them to overcome.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so
but that's spending your whole turn.
So literally nothing is a contested dice pool in this game. It's all just buying successes.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's a point by game. All right, so James, this one's going to fly up behind you and is going to inflict another wound on you as it grabs into the meat of your shoulder. So you're going to be injured. I'm going to give you... Yeah, I'm going to give you... I'm going to give you just the injured example, bloodied. Which is going to give you another...
I'm all torn up.
Yeah, say torn up, which is going to increase the difficulty of mental actions and mental and social actions until this heals.
Yep.
Because you're all torn up.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be her action as she starts flying you up,
Oh, so she grappled me. Okay.
She's grabbed you by the shoulders and is dug into the meat of your arms and is starting to fly you past. You are going to be flown past the rest of the party's windows as people are going, "What the hell?" and pointing, and you're like basically just having a cocktail party, and suddenly you're being flown around.
Little help!
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay, and okay, little help. Would you like to? No, you know what? Would you like to spend a point of momentum to? Can you do that with momentum? To create help, or is it only
No.
legend? It's only legend. Yeah.
It's
I think it's
invoking
just
your
social.
path, or
Yeah, or you can spend
None of my paths would do it.
You on your turn you could invoke your path to do a fate binding roll.
and get help that way.
You could get help that way for sure. Like you could make it happen.
Oh.
Jen, however,
Whoa.
it's Jen's turn.
It is. I get a turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Describe this tableau to me.
Oh my god. Okay, so we have swirling vortex girl. A dog has just pulled this one off of you that was trying to eat your pretty face. And it hurled you against a wall as you were thrown into the air by the water pressure.
Right.
You've sprained your ankle. However, the dog is holding it and giving it a significant amount of trouble. That's the one you should aim for. Probably.
Is it?
Well, there's that one. The other one that's flying around outside the building would be really hard for you to reach. So I think James is on it. No?
No, it wouldn't. I have unerring flight.
That's true. So you could try.
I can just shoot whatever.
You could
Are
try
you
to shoot
gonna
whatever.
shoot my ride?
I was thinking about it. I was just, all right. I'm gonna like get up, just
Okay.
stand up,
Okay.
and
You do the little.
basi- yeah.
I mean, you do.
Actually, no. I have like epic dexterity too, so I like.
Okay,
I
so
have
you stand
grace,
on,
really.
you crane kick, and
Essentially, I just stand there on one leg, and I'm like, "What the?
You're the most
what is this?"
epically graceful people.
Right.
That's true.
And I'm
Unintended.
gonna just okay. So I can either shoot the one that's carrying Aaron, or I can shoot the one that attacked me. Right?
Yeah, there's one more that is in the process, or the one that threw Aaron out of the building is also there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm petty. I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna say, like, sisters, why would you hurt me? I do the same and shoot my gun at the one that just tried to kill me.
Okay, so it's Selegia. All right, so or Selagina. So Selagina. All right, go ahead. I have my defense, which I have boosted.
Yes, I am double checking something because
I don't think it's gonna help me. I think that you're gonna hurt me. I think you're gonna hurt me real good.
Maybe my dice rolling is terrible, so you never know. I am, however, going to imbue the legend to use unerring flight because
Okay.
I can have it for the entire fight, which is nice. And it lets me roll dex, regardless of how far away I am.
I mean, you can spend momentum.
I can ask to spend momentum, thank you. But I need to check one specific thing first, which
Is
I never
anybody
wrote
gonna
down for
care
some
if
reason.
Jen spends momentum?
I mean, how many
At
do
this
we
point
have
in the
left?
night, no.
We
You
have
have
like
5
3?
left.
We have 5. Oh God, no.
I am going to. Okay, yes. So party, may I spend momentum to augment my dice pool? Because if I augment it, if I spend to augment a roll with a virtue, which my virtues are kinship and egotism, which I think both apply here actually. I receive an additional die per point of virtue track that doesn't come out of the pool, so I can spend a bunch of momentum and get, like, depending on which side I'm using, a couple back.
That's good to me.
Yeah.
How
sounds
many
good.
momentum are you gonna spend total?
Okay, I'm gonna see how much. I think I have, because it exists on a track. So I think that means I have an egotism of like 2, no, that doesn't make sense. How does this? It says use it like based on how many points you have, but it's on a track, so I don't know how many points I have.
You're supposed to be opposite each other, aren't they?
Yeah. But what
Yeah,
is it? So,
You either have 1 or 2 points. I'm pretty sure I remember reading about that. So it depends on where you are on the track.
Yeah, I believe that you have 2 points of your stronger and 1 point of your lesser, or something like that.
okay. Yeah, that was not a part of sure. Basically, I'm not in the middle anymore, so I'm further on the egotism side.
Good. I like you there.
Which is then what would I add to this, or what would I use this in terms of calculating how many points?
So this is using your... Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
So many rules.
Yeah, right. Well, and ones we just haven't used before, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is the specific... What's the specific name of what you're doing? You're using your...
I'm using virtue.
Okay.
Which is its own specific thing. It's not like a knack or anything.
Okay.
It's just something we can all do.
162 and 163. Okay, so...
Choose.
Nope, that's if you're a saint.
It's the same thing. It's
Oh, is it the same? You get the same power?
Yeah. I don't have the virtuous condition.
Yeah, you need to have maxed out for that, right?
Yeah, you need to be on one side or the other. That's all. This is helpful. Okay, that's... Well, why don't... Since I'm not, like, right at the end, why don't we say I just get an extra 1 for every dot of momentum?
That sounds fine for me.
Sure, let's just do that. Okay, so we have 5 momentum.
Don't you already get a point of momentum? Or a dice for every momentum you spend?
Yes, and by invoking my virtue, I get an extra 1.
Oh, okay, so you basically...
No, sorry, I don't get an extra 1. I get to put the momentum back in the pool, so it's like I didn't spend it.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, so
you might as well
I could spend... If I spend 2 points of momentum, it's like I spent 1.
Okay, so spend more.
Right. Yeah. Well, why don't I spend...
I
3
encourage
points...
you to... Yeah.
3 points of momentum, which means we only lose 2, essentially. And then I gain 3 dice. Yeah.
All right, let's do that. So you spend...
Math.
So you spend 3, so you're down to 2 momentum, pending your successes.
No, I only spend 2 because I get to
Okay.
put 1 back.
Okay. So you're down
but,
to
yeah,
3, pending your successes.
So that's 3. And there's my firearms, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for dex. None of that applies. Okay. Rolling dice. Yay.
I believe in you.
Balls. I get 1 success.
Yeah, 1 success.
1.
Okay. So, what can you do to make yourself re-roll dice? There's no willpower component in this game, like there is in. Is there anything else you can do, like spend legend or evoke
Not that I
anything?
know of. I could invoke path to add dice, but that's about it.
I'll let you invoke your path.
I don't think I have a path that works.
What are your paths?
I'm looking.
Because you're...
I can maybe invoke Justice Seeker.
No, I'll let you do justice. They're sirens, they're jerks. They made people jump off to their doom.
Sure, yeah, okay, so that gives me...
You want to spend more momentum?
2 dice, no. I don't want to spend all of it on people.
Okay.
Like, let people have it. I just want to see what this... Okay, so that gives me, yeah, that gives me 2 dice. And then, hold on, there was one other thing I just thought of, which was here. Is it this? Oh no, that was that. Never mind.
So what I would suggest, Jen, though, yeah, you're doing the one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I also wouldn't be able to do anything with legend because I've already used it to imbue.
Yeah, you
unerring
imbued.
flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
so
I'll just spend 2 more dice, or roll 2 more dice.
cool. Let's see if that actually does anything.
I got 1 more success, so I got
Cool.
a total of 2 successes.
All right, so you're going to fire your gun at the one directly in front of you. So what is going to happen there is that it's going to, you're not going to manage, but you're going to regenerate a point of momentum regardless.
Woohoo. It's
So
like
you're-
I did nothing at all.
It's so you're back up to 4.
Yay.
And I'm going to offer you a consolation that can either be an unlooked for advantage or a chance meeting.
Advantage.
Okay, looking around quickly, you fire your unerring shot, which rips out of your golden gun, and this serpent that is holding onto the dog, dodges out of the way with preternatural dexterity, like a writhing snake. And it's at that point that you see this place is ostentatious, so ostentatious that there are chandeliers above the swimming pools. They might be electric chandeliers. They're definitely electric chandeliers. In fact, there's a pivot harness at the ceiling that if you could shoot, would drop a fully functioning electrical chandelier into the swimming pool.
There's only the one swimming pool, though, right?
Yeah.
Because isn't Machiko like...
She's not being touched by any of the water right now, really.
No, but isn't she like sending the... Or didn't she like send the water out of the field?
Yeah, I guess it is kind of like in the air and kind of swimming around. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You could drop the chandelier on her.
This is true.
Yeah, so
It's a possible advantage. I don't have to use it.
it's a possibility. Okay. So there's that, or alternatively, Molotov cocktails at the bar are always something. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
fine.
going to be that. I'm going to pop up to the top of the initiative with Mike.
Alrighty now.
Actually, Mike,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to spend 2 tension, buddy, because I'm bored. And what's your defense?
Do.
Did you, James? You already acted last round.
Oh,
This is
I threw one of them, and then I got.
Yeah, that was your action. We're round
Okay.
2.
Okay, this is just round 2. Okay, sorry, I thought we were.
I
moving
was
on
right
round
at
3.
the end of the round.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Mike, what's your defense?
I was thinking
Okay,
of
so defense.
Is it's 1 unless you decide to dodge.
It's 1 unless I decide to dodge.
Are you going to decide to dodge?
What does dodging do anything else? Other
You
than...
do a roll to generate difficulty for me.
Okay, I will dodge.
That is a full defense is your full action.
Is that the only time that you get the extra defense?
Yes.
Oh,
That is the
that's what
only
you're
time
saying.
you get
Okay.
the extra defense. Yeah.
Then in that case, the siren is going to swim toward you, and it's going to.
Well, sorry, I misunderstood you for a second there, and I don't want to cheat Mike out of anything. You can roll your dice to defend and get stunts. The full defense is what I was thinking of when you said dodge, and that's
okay.
my bad.
So
Okay, so what am I rolling for dodging then?
for
That's-
dodging, you are
Your
rolling.
highest resilience attribute.
Okay, and just that.
Just
that.
that. But you're not like subtracting from their roll or anything. You're using your successes for stunts.
All right, well I got 2 successes.
Okay, let's look up
Cool.
what stunts we can buy with that.
Alrighty, stunts, defensive stunts.
You found them? What page is that?
def- Oh, I'm just on the cheat sheet.
My cheat sheet.
Oh, yeah, that's on another window.
Yeah.
So roll away, difficulty equal to opponent's composure. Dive to cover, difficulty 1. Oh, that's in response to a ranged attack. Defend. Defend generated successes which an opponent must overcome in order to inflict an injury.
So that does actually add to their. didn't realize that one was what that one does.
So
Okay.
that one would add what 2 more successes on top of my 1 natural defense, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna use that one.
Well, could I use the roll away?
Difficulty
What's their
equal.
composure?
Antagonists don't have composure.
Oh.
So I guess it would be my desperation pool.
Probably.
So 5?
I can't meet that. So I
Seems a
guess I'll
little
just
much.
defend.
Yeah. I guess it's just gonna be defend. So can you take defend twice? I guess you can just
It
pump
do-
yours.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
have a
just-
cost.
Yeah, you just it just generates successes. So I guess those
Okay,
2
so you'll,
successes.
so
Plus
you'll
the-
have those 2 successes. You'll have 3 successes. Cool.
Yes.
So that's going to cut me down by. You said 3 successes total.
Yes.
Okay, then I will have 2 successes to hit you with.
Okay.
So that's better than the 5 I had a second ago. So she is going to do an inflict damage and is going to give you. You know what? Actually, she's going to inflict the blinding condition on you. Basically, she's going to scratch you across the face. Blood's going to drip into your eyes. You're
Okay.
going to take a +1 difficulty on all shoot actions.
Okay.
And then she is going to inflict knockdown. So you're gonna stumble backwards as you try to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
So you're gonna be prone, and you're gonna take you're gonna be bruised.
Okay.
For this.
So I see on the bottom of my character sheet under the health thing, for defense roll it says 3 on mine.
that- When we did characters originally, we didn't fully understand things, I don't
Okay,
think.
cool.
So
Yeah,
I would just
wanted
ignore
to double
that.
check.
Okay, so
Okay.
she lunges for you. You're going to take that point of damage and, or pardon me, that condition of cut up. I'm going to say. So that's going to basically be penalties on social rolls until your face gets stitched up.
Okay.
It's going to be a -1
I
on
can-
social rolls,
I can
Uh,
take care of that.
and you are going to land on the bar as this creature leers over you. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna drop Cloak of Dread.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So what does that do? How do we do this?
Project an aura of menace that terrifies and intimidates anyone who would dare cross you. Spend momentum and double your successes on any knack skills rolls to intimidate targets.
Okay, so that's going to drop you to 3 momentum.
Yes.
And you can make that intimidation roll.
Okay, so I would still add. Would I still add an attribute onto that intimidation roll?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. So
Um,
I would just double the intimidation dice, and
Is it-
not the attribute dice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Does it say double dice or double successes? Or double...
Oh yeah, it would have double successes. Yeah.
so
double
then
my
it's
successes,
whatever
yes.
comes out of the pool is doubled. So what you can also do is you can spend more momentum if people allow it to add to this pool.
Like to add dice to it.
Add dice, yeah.
Can I spend one to add dice to this?
Everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you guys are down to 2, which means you're going to be getting experiences.
Alrighty, here we go.
All right, second round's going to be much faster, I guarantee.
Oh, fuck.
Especially now that we know that the
Hey.
combat takes half as much work as we thought.
Which,
I'm just-
on that
Right.
note, stunts, origin book, page 116. It starts there.
It's really
That
weird that it's
clear
not on
def-
the inside of my screen.
It has a very clear layout about defense, and it does talk about it there in a bit more detail than Jen copied.
Okay,
So I do
Yeah.
suggest reading it when you have a chance.
cool.
12.
Wait, what?
I got 6 and doubled.
Holy shit. Okay, so what...
Oof.
See, it's not just me.
How,
No,
so
no, it's not.
12 successes, okay, versus... What? I guess it's versus my defense, because everything's defense in this.
I would
so
guess
you have
so.
you only have 9 successes.
9
Yeah.
successes.
9 successes.
So,
Holy crap.
Basically, he's gonna stand up because I'm assuming he's on the ground now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna stand up. Just, like kind of just like level his rifle. he's gonna jack around, level his rifle, and just shout at them to just, you will not attack us anymore.
So I think that imposing a condition, this is going to create a condition probably. Probably like the terrified condition. And she is going to start panicking. And I'm also, why don't we say that you'll do that, because I don't actually see rules for what this does.
And this says to intimidate targets. So could I use this for both of them that are still up? Because it says, yeah, it terrifies and intimidates anyone who would dare cross you.
Okay, so here's the deal. I don't see any rules for this specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this as if it were damage, because I think this is the way the system's designed, is to be that flexible. So you'll be able to attach the first one as your roll, because you got through her defense and scared her. Then you are going to be able to hit the other one in the room by spending 4 of your successes, or 4 of your stunts, like as if it were a critical damage.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can do, and if this is incorrect, please tell me later, guys. You can basically just impose the remaining 5 successes in either bonuses to your allies or penalties to their so you can spend these points to make a complication for another character. 1 success per complication. So terrified is their complication. So boom, there you go.
So okay, so the one right in front of me ends up getting scared, and then I can hit the other one. You said for
yeah, you can basically impose 1 condition on each of them.
Okay.
So we'll say terrified and terrified. And then you can either enhance someone else's, like you're distracting them so that they get a bonus to shoot this thing in the back. Or you can make things more difficult, basically add to the whatever defense if they try to attack again. I'd make it easier for them to get like shot in the back of the head.
Okay, but I can't make a shot.
You can't make a shot. You're too busy yelling and intimidating.
Okay, that's perfectly fair.
So you could, in theory, level a -5 on one of them, or pardon me, a +5 to. Or do enhancements still cap at +3?
Honestly, there's conflicting information, so let's just say it does for now.
We'll just say that, well, you can impose a +3 enhancement against each of these once. How's that?
That sounds good.
Great.
Nice.
That makes life way easier. Okay, Christine, spinning around your pool, you'll hear Ogimaa shout that out. And you will not do this, which is giving you a great opportunity. You and Phoebe both have opportunities to strike these ones that are in the air as they are terrified. Or you can do other stuff.
I will happily strike one.
Okay.
Is Aaron still being flown about?
Aaron is like, you can kind of see him through the glass walls. He's kind of like around the building, a good 100 feet.
I don't know how the hell we're getting him back, but okay.
I can get him back.
Oh, sweet.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Machiko will go, just kind of shrugging, okay, and attack the next one.
I don't know if I can get you back before they drop you because I'm at the end of the round, but...
Okay. So, yeah, sword attack.
On
So
which
that would
one? The
be-
one that is directly over Ogimaa, or the one that's in the air that your dog is wrestling?
That one.
That one? Okay.
Let's go with that one.
All right. So
Okay. Now how did specialties work again with this? That was an enhancement?
it's an enhancement. It's not
that
a
you
base.
had after your roll.
Okay. So I do have a specialty swords.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and roll me. Are you spending any momentum?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
I remember when I said that we were going to try to keep game to 2 hours.
Right? And then the fight happened.
And then the fight happened. These guys aren't. Yeah. We're next game is going to be easy, guys. It's going to be quick.
Cool.
It's all
This
good.
is fine. It's a bit of a learning
7.
curve.
How many?
Nice.
7.
Okay, you. So you're going to clear with 1, and then add 4 because of Mike's paying it forward and your specialty. So you're gonna have a total of 5 stunts you can buy.
5 successes to play with.
5 successes to play with. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Okay,
which
so it's
one are you
obviously-
attacking? The one that was attacking Ogimaa, or the one that was
The
attacking?
dog.
Okay.
The one that has the dog.
All right. So, are you spending into just damage on both?
Well, inflict damage is 0 success
And then
on
4.
a stunt, plus opponent's armor, if they have it,
They have none.
which I have piercing, which goes through it anyways.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an injury condition.
Are you
So
going to
that's-
spend for the critical?
So I have 5 successes. That's 4 successes.
And then you could put one. Christine.
Let me read through what I can
Okay,
do.
fine.
Like, I finally found the stunt list for close combat, and I want to have a look at them real quick.
All right.
Mainly, it looks like just established grapples, etc. But
So meanwhile, hey guys, if you're enjoying this and like the way that we tell stories, not the way that we maybe add,
Run rules, but
adjudicate rules. Sorry, we're stumbling around blind in this new game. But if you enjoy what we're doing, head over to our channel and give us a follow. We do a lot of World of Darkness stuff and like a lot of D&D stuff and a lot of weird systems over at twitch.tv/dorktales or youtube.com/dorktales, where you can see our back catalog. We do a lot of great stuff. I think you'll like us.
and if you watch us over there, you'll understand why we're struggling here.
well, I guess just that, yeah, critical, and then can I spend the last success to aid somebody else?
Yes, you may. All right, so tell me how this happens. So, rushing forward, your dog is still pinning as it's trying to, like, snarl and reach over to claw Phoebe's pathetic face off, and dancing between the water droplets. What do you do?
I think I want to do one of those things that you see in shows and, like, YouTube videos where you cut so quickly that you can cut again through the piece before it's even fallen.
Oh, you want to do it? You want to do the watermelon cutting?
Yeah, this is some straight Kill Bill stuff.
All
yeah,
right.
just dodging between the streams of water and just.
You'll see several points,
It
several
falls
little
apart.
drops of water go, and then the snake is going to just like turn and snarl at you as your blade goes through, and she's going to turn, snarl, and her face is going to start to come apart in 2 separate thinly cut chunks. All right.
Nice.
That's too bad, Celagina. I liked you. All right. Meanwhile, and
Tried to
who
eat
are
my
you?
face.
And you are putting the enhancement or defense penalty toward. Are you gonna make a complication for the other one, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? That might be more fun. Throw a complication on the, I guess, the last one in the room.
Yep, the one that's right over Ogimaa.
Yeah, give them a complication.
What kind of complication do you want to throw? You get 1 that you can use. Basically, it can be anything that causes trouble for it that fits the scene.
Oh,
So page 118 has some complication examples.
is that origin or hero?
Origin. Complicate blocking or stopping another person from performing a task. So you could, for example, like stand up and block the window so that she can't fly away, or sure, okay,
Let's do that. That works.
okay. So
So
stepping,
I kind of already dodged forward, so I'll just keep moving through the falling pieces of this body and stand in the way.
sounds great. Meanwhile, around the side of the building,
Hey!
what are you doing over there, Aaron?
Well, this thing's got me like how is it holding on to me exactly?
It's like burrowing into like your shoulder here with its claws, like it's
Your
it's,
meat
All right.
hook.
it's feet talons.
Okay. So I'm gonna like, I tried to be civil, and I'm gonna reach up and just kind of grab onto it.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if I can do. I'm gonna do a mixed action here. I think what I want to do is I want to like intimidate it, and if it doesn't try working with me, I'm going to I'm gonna try to rip it apart, just with bare strength, just like. Basically, I'm hitting it, but I'm going to attempt to rend it.
I think let's just go with the second action because I don't think that mixed actions are you're doing two things simultaneously and they're not codependent actions.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna try to rip it apart then.
I think I'd rather you have a big pool to rip it apart, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so I guess that's just straight up close combat and might.
Sounds good, and it doesn't have much defense at all, so go ahead.
I've got 5.
Holy crap. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are beating me by 2 out the gate.
Okay.
Do you have any enhancements for this?
I get +1 scale for lifting. I'm not imbuing my other purview at the moment my boon because I need that in case this doesn't work or in case it does work.
Okay.
I think that's all I got. That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Doesn't this one have the +3 from?
No, this is outside. This was the one that was outside of the building.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm running without. I don't have a weapon at the moment, so because I wouldn't have brought one up.
So with close combat, you could seize, shove. You can't. Okay, so you have 2 successes to work with, or 2 stunts to work with. Okay, so you could inflict damage. You could inflict conditions like pinned wings.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
you'll inflict a point of damage automatically.
Okay. So I guess I just reach up and like grab onto the wings and just
Start
crunch,
breaking
just
the
shearing
bird
you.
bones. Okay, so then you're going to inflict the condition bird bruised
Bird bones.
bones, I guess. And actually, it's 1 success per complication. So
Both wings.
yeah, both wings. Okay, so that's going to start knocking you both out of the air. You're going to start spiraling. Do you want to spend your point of legend to summon help?
Actually, I don't need to. I think I'm just gonna ride this one right down into the ground.
Can you survive a fall from the 100th story or from the 40?
Epic
To be
stamina.
fair, we don't die. To be
That's fair.
fair, the injury system just means we don't die.
That's fair.
It's we give up or we're unconscious.
But actually, I have epic stamina unbreakable. I can spend 1 legend to just ignore damage, like all of it from a single source.
It's insane.
Holy crap!
And I get it as a reaction. So I hit
Okay.
the ground. I just spend.
That's
I'm just
disgusting.
no damage.
Okay, so I think what's going to happen is that you are going to, you both are going to plummet, and we're going to resolve this round.
Yeah, because I wanted to do something too. So
You want to do
See what
something, so you will start falling. Okay, you will impact at the end of the round.
Okay.
Yuki, what's Yuki doing? Christine.
Well, that one's kind of just been blocked from going anywhere. I think Yuki will maybe just join me in blocking exit.
Okay, Yuki will block. So Yuki can roll 9 dice to basically. Yeah, Yuki's just blocking. That's fine. Okay, you're dead, so you can't do anything. You are dead, so you can't do anything. And you are at a +3 difficulty, or you're at a. Okay, you're scared. So the one that you pointed the gun at is going to snarl and surge. The window's blocked. I can't get out the window. I can maybe try going out the other windows, but Phoebe's over there, and I'm too scared to attack you. So this one is going to turn around and burst into the party through the doors that you came through.
All right,
Okay.
that's exciting.
That's
and okay, and it is going to be Phoebe's turn.
cool. First, I haven't decided exactly which thing I'm going to do yet, so I need to know a couple of bits of information.
Yes.
One, who here has, aside from me, has injuries that they've taken, and how bad?
bruised.
I got 2 bruised.
I got
okay.
1 bruised.
You guys are
Well, you've got a bruised
both-
and an injured.
Mm.
Unless you have multiple
Um,
bruised levels.
I've got maxed out stamina. Yeah, I got 2 extra bruise levels.
when you have stamina 3 to 4, you get 2 bruise levels, and 5 you get 2 bruise levels.
Oh.
So, yay for epic stamina.
I'm a tank. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
Right, I don't have that marked down.
Okay, so that means I don't really have to do that. How far away would you say Aaron has gotten in terms of range bands?
In terms of range bands, so here's the thing. You guys are in a pool, and he was kind of being flown around to the party, so technically your line of sight isn't really there, because this pool was kind of sectioned off for weird cannibalistic stuff, right?
Yes, I want to know, out of character, if it's worth wasting part of my action, is what I want to know.
So range bands, I would say he's probably at long range at the moment.
Okay, cool. That.
Yeah, you know, he's probably to make line of he is at long range. To make line of sight with him is medium range.
I don't need to make line of sight. I need to get to him.
Okay.
But that's fine. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's cool.
Okay.
I won't
might
actually
as well.
I won't actually be helpful to Aaron, but on the off chance that I don't know he's unbreakable, so I think that if he falls, he might in theory die, and I can help him then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 legend and use my metamorphosis boon, which is change shape.
Okay.
I can shapeshift into anything that's related to any of my purviews.
Okay.
I have the beast's purview, so I'm going to change into Zeus's giant golden eagle and go after Aaron.
Okay. So this is
Holy
a hell of a thing.
All right.
Okay,
Nice.
that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Machiko and just Ogimaa will just kind of like.
All right. So
Okay.
there is what I would like you to do is, there's not even a roll for this. I don't give a shit.
The range band thing was because if I needed to rush, I can't actually do anything when I get there, but it's not going to matter in the end.
You're a giant eagle. It's fine.
Yeah.
You'll catch up because the combat's basically over. So you are going to leap out the window, transmorphing into a tremendous giant golden eagle, and are going to surge to the ground as Aaron is riding this thing into the concrete. And just as he is about to plunge down through an Atlanta taxicab ceiling, he is going to feel another set of claws grab him and lift him up. As you both soar up, as a giant eagle grabs you, and the siren slams through an open manhole cover and into the sewers.
Oh.
All in one.
And then you are being held aloft by a giant golden eagle.
What the?
All right.
Also, by the way, I gain the following benefits of +1 scale on all actions with a single physical attribute of my choice.
Oh God. Okay.
That's good.
Meanwhile, back up in the room, Mike and Christine, the siren unleashes itself onto the party, and you'll hear a ton of screams on the other side of the door. Do you just let the party handle itself, or do you go to try to help?
I'm gonna put it down.
I'll go and lunge after it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You as you run out into the hallway, you are going to see it like latch itself onto a couple of people. It's eating organs as you speak, and you see it start to grow and shift as if it's leveling up.
I'm gonna try and put it down. I'm gonna shoot it.
Cool. So hold on. So as you are running out, you can do so. You are going to see one of the partygoers is going to rush forward, a guy in a tuxedo and a woman in a black kind of, green evening, well, kind of a green slinky dress, are going to rush to the side, and the woman is going to grab a serving tray and bounce some sunlight off of it into this thing's eye. which is going to give you a +3 enhancement. And
Okay.
the other guy is going to rush forward and just kind of like shove a couple of people out of the way and take a bite to the shoulder.
Okay, and this one still has the enhancement from being terrified, right?
It does, yes. So now you are going to have many enhancements.
Okay, here we go.
Cool.
Nice.
Sorry, they had an action, so I needed to put them in there.
Okay, that's 3 10s.
Holy,
Nice.
okay, good, good.
There is 6 right
Okay.
there.
So you're 3 over.
Okay, and then the +3 enhancement from terrified.
Okay.
6, and then with firearms a 7.
7, and then +3 from him.
Yeah, +3.
I don't
from
know if
him.
you can count as he's technically a teamwork roll, so
And then my
from
general
her.
enhancement for the rifle is another +2.
that's 10.
10, and then the terrified enhancement.
We already added that.
Oh, we already did. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 10
So-
successes. So you can go.
Right, 9. Wait, so I got 6 successes on my roll.
Yeah, but it has a defensive 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
were you had 3, terrified, bonus help, firearms, and the enhancement for the rifle. So 10 plus rifle.
Okay. So, yeah, the rifle's 2.
Nice.
Okay, so 12.
So 12. So I'm 12 over.
You have 12 stunt points. Yeah.
12 stun points. Okay. Do.
Okay, so that's a point of damage.
That's a point of damage. That's a point of critical damage.
Mm-hmm.
And what's their stamina?
Unsure. Why? What's the question?
Oh, knockdown is success is equal to opponent's stamina. But I mean, if I could just
It's probably their defense then. So 3.
okay. So I mean, if I could just like blow this thing's head off, that would be optimal.
It's technically not the way the damage works, but we'll say that one of them, that the guy punched it in the gut a little bit when he dodged in there, because then that extra health level, because you can technically only do the 2 because of the scale, right?
Yeah. Fair.
So we'll say the dude like kind of shoulder checked it as he pushed the girl out of the way.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'd like to just put a round like right through this thing's head.
Okay. Then go. You may do so. So drawing your weapon back, you are going to slam something in the chamber and fire a bolt. The camera is going to follow the rifle round as it soars through the air in through the back of the siren's head and explodes like a ripe melon across the room. The girl in the green evening dress is going to raise the platter that she had reflected with, and is going to like prevent herself from getting glooped with it. And
Good
the guy
reflexes.
was that?
Yeah.
Good reflexes.
Yep. And the guy is going to get glooped, and is going to kind of stand up like in the husk of this monster, kind of looking around, going, "Oh, well, that could have gone better. What the hell was that? A siren, brother, obviously."
And I'm just gonna stand in the doorway, and just
I'll just say,
Yeah.
okay. Sword away.
Okay. A moment later, as the partygoers are all trembling, a giant eagle is going to fly in and deposit Aaron.
Ah!
Ah, you survived.
oh, good to see you again.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Some
Yeah, that was
go land. Change
that was
back.
something of a ride. Ah. Oh. A little
People
worse
are going to
for
start
wear.
applauding.
Hiya, folks. Sorry about the mess.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Do any of the injuries look like they require or could require first aid?
Yeah. I think Aaron's a little beaten up, so are you. There's a guy standing in front of you, a pretty, like, handsome-looking brunette man with curly hair and kind of like a dimpled chin, wearing a torn black suit, is going to rub his shoulder. You can see there's a little bit of blood flecking on it. Ow.
Cool. Actually, I'm gonna. Is anyone else have kind of blood looking that I can see?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, his face is cut up and his shoulder is cut up.
Yeah, and I'm all generally cut up because I was like bloodied or whatever.
Yeah, you were
it was.
bloodied.
So I was like, I got tons of little ones.
Okay.
All right.
Then I am going to do first aid.
Okay.
Because I can.
Yeah.
Is that like a skill, like a medicine roll?
It's intellect and medicine for first aid. I'm just looking to see if my... Okay, that's in the heat of battle. So we're not in the heat of battle anymore. But that's fine. So yeah, I'm just going to do first aid on...
Can I assist? I also have medicine.
Sure.
Cool,
go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, does it have to be intellect?
No,
It's intellect plus medicine at a difficulty based on the severity of the injury.
All right. Well, that is a pool of 3 for me.
all right.
Intellect is not my
I
skill.
could do that as well then.
All right, that's 1 success.
Cool. I will keep
Whoa,
that in hand.
Suddenly things are getting very busy around here. I was like running around.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are you bandaging? You're bandaging.
I'm going to start with whoever looks the worst.
Aaron looks the worst.
Cool. I'll start
Tech.
with him.
Well, yeah, he looks like a cow that's been beaten a little more than the smaller cow.
Cool. Okay, that is 2 successes, which will downgrade a bruise condition.
Okay.
And then, yeah. So you can just heal one of your bruise conditions.
Fantastic.
All right.
The man and the woman are going to step forward. She is a striking woman in her late 20s. He actually looks like he's in his late 20s too. And basically, they kind of look like Liam Hemsworth and Alison Brie, but with more matching hair color. She's going to approach and kind of give you the side eye for a moment. Giant eagle.
Yep.
Zeus?
Not specifically.
You know what I...
Yeah.
Child
Artemis.
of Zeus.
Artemis.
Ah.
That's what I said, not specifically. Same pantheon.
Same pantheon.
She's getting a little brusque because she's like treating people.
Dimitri,
hiya.
just take care of the bloody one. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, how's it going, man? Man, your face is all messed up. I can fix that, don't worry. Hey. You ever see the Karate Kid?
Who's he talking to?
You. This,
Oh, okay.
This big white dude with like curly brown hair squats down in front of you and is like, "Hey, you ever see the Karate Kid?"
No.
Okay. This will only hurt for a sec, and he's gonna put his hand directly on your face.
Ow.
You're gonna heal your condition,
Yay!
and your hair's gonna grow about an inch. Side effect.
Ow. Thank you.
Huh. Funny. You guys crashed the party. I thought that was gonna be our job. Looks like they found what we were looking for. Yeah, looks like.
What were you looking for?
We heard that there was a weird transmission coming out of here trying to lure a bunch of people in. This is actually supposed to be a closed unit.
Oh, that's what that radio thing was. It was like it was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was talking to a lot of people.
Oh.
Sorry, where are my manners? I'm Maisie. That's my brother Dimitri. The Stackuses. We're
Stackuses. Oh. Right.
Scions of Demeter.
Okay. Aaron Faechilde, Dagda. And this is, well, I'll introduce themselves.
Machiko. Granddaughter of Bishamon.
Nice. Good.
Where's
good.
the one that was the NPC that was hurt as well? Is that
He's just standing up. He just like rubbed the blood off of Ogimaa's face, and it appears fine.
Oh, so it's this guy here.
Yeah, it's this guy. Yeah.
He was injured too, though, right?
He looked like he
Wait,
was. He looks fine now. He looks
Okay,
like he
fine.
shrugged it off.
Fine, steal my thing.
Yeah, you did the one, and you turned into an eagle.
No, if I heal a Storyguide character, so an NPC, I gain legend back.
I mean, he's injured.
That's what I was going for. I just was trying to heal our party members first.
All right, yeah. So he's injured.
Cool. Then I'm gonna be like, you gotta fix yourself before you fix other people, man.
You can fix me.
And I'll just do first aid to him too.
What are you supposed to do? Like, it's Artemis, like with the bow and stuff, huh?
Or a gun.
Yeah, that's fine too. You know. Hey, don't get me wrong, I like Katniss Everdeen as much as anybody else.
I get 2 successes, so I can.
Nice. Alright, so you were just gonna pull the flesh back out of him.
Essentially, yeah. And I gain my legend back. Haha.
So are you guys like the local Atlanteans? Atlanteans? Atlanta.
No.
We just came here looking
Not
for someone.
even a little bit.
We
Oh,
came
you
in today.
What are you looking
You know
for?
some guy named was it Teak? Teak?
Teague of
Teague.
the Lee.
Teak of the League.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both turn and look at each other. Yeah, we might know him. And
Ooh,
I think
that
we're going
isn't
to call
very well.
game there.
Fair, yeah.
Okay.
Which I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to regaining legend that you imbued, they talk about like doing sacrifice and stuff.
Imbue comes back when when you turn off the
Yes.
power.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was that you had to sacrifice to get it back.
That's when you spend.
Only when you spend it. So if I hadn't just gotten mine back by
okay.
doing this, which is a thing through my health purview, I would have had to either sacrifice or fate bind.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well,
yeah.
I thought I didn't have legend on this whole time.
No, you
I
do.
spent it last game.
Oh no! Well, welcome to having legend again.
Alright.
Yeah.
It certainly didn't slow you down. You were
Yeah, you did
smashing
fine.
things.
True. Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and move to the experience portion of game. Now, did anybody?
I was just waiting to get hit.
Oh,
I
jeez.
would have activated perfect defense then.
All right. So everybody attended game. That's one experience. Player
Sweet.
achieved. Did you do your short-term deeds?
I got one.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
I got heal a wounded bandmate.
Okay. So that's going to be another +1 for you. Anybody else? Mike.
Shoot something in the head.
Okay. So that's +1 for you.
Oh. I
Okay.
actually
That's
also
why I wanted to shoot something in the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also got like get recognized as a congresswoman, which you did for me. So
Oh, I did. Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
That's +1
So I
there.
get
You.
that one too. Yay.
Okay. Anybody
I
else?
Would
I
any
got
of that...
be a juggernaut. Like just
I'll allow it.
take damage. Yeah.
Yep, okay. Christine.
Would any of the fighting with my dog, like attacking the same thing, work for combined action with the dog?
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to do a combined like combat thing.
Yeah. If that's your deed, yeah, that works.
Yeah, that was a short.
Okay. So that's going to be +1 for everybody, +2 for Jen. Anybody else have anything?
Don't
Any
think
deeds?
So
Cool. All right. So you spent more than half the momentum, so +1 to everybody.
sweet.
And story milestone, I'm going to gift as well because you managed to reach the Stackuses and find out where the Stackies, anyway, the Stackies twins, and find out where Teague is where you're going to go next game. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 for the group plus whatever you got on your deeds.
Okay, so
Sweet.
4 total for me.
4 total for everybody, I think, except for Jen.
Yeah, I got 5.
Sweet.
Cool.
So I've got
Okay,
7
and
XP
then-
now to play with.
And then
And
what
we got 4 last time.
you got? Yeah, you should have 11.
Oh,
We have
No.
11 XP.
I've only got 3 listed for last time.
Yeah, I only got 3 as well.
Oh,
Oh, 3. Okay.
I had a short term, and then I thought we only got 2, 1 for showing up and 1 for
oh
No,
yeah, you're
I
right.
think-
You're showing up in milestone. Yeah, it was only 3.
Yeah, we got 3 base, I thought.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I got a milestone. Because I didn't have any written down at the time.
You
Oh,
need
then
a
I have
deed.
another one. Because I did get a short term deed, so I must have just miscounted.
Okay, so this one is a 4 base. Last one was a 3 base, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so we are at 7 then.
7
yeah,
unless
plus-
you did deeds.
unless you did deeds, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should
And-
be at 8 now, Mike.
Okay, cool. And then skills
Oh.
at 10 per, right?
Skills are 10 per, yeah. Specialties are 3.
Skills are 5 per.
Oh.
Attributes are 10 per. There's, I have another thing I'll send you guys.
Attributes are 10 per, that's right.
Yeah. You can add a dot in a new or existing birthright for 5. You can change your favorite approach, which I'm not honestly sure what that does, except
if you want to change the way that your character works. By the way, this is game 2. If anybody wants to change their favorite approach, they can do it for free once.
But mechanically, because we got 2 extra dots in our favorite approach across the board.
Yeah.
I don't know if that takes it from those and then moves it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Skills are 5. Knacks are 10, and you can add a specialty to a skill for 3.
Yeah. Ooh. All right.
Which now we know how specialties work.
Those are nice. Yeah.
We learned many things today. All right. So, guys, how are you enjoying this game so far?
It was a lot smoother than last time, but I think it's definitely
We're still learning.
Smooth things out a bit more with learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I quite enjoy it because even though we're learning and we get a bit bogged down in combat, the RP of the game is quite good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the hints of all these different things that you're throwing in.
Yeah.
Like hinting at what they are, and so we kind of get the fun of figuring it out before the characters figure it out.
The plot and the story are fantastic.
Okay, good.
Combat's being a little, it's getting a little
persnickety?
boggy, but it happens.
All right. So, anything you want me to adjust for future games? Anything that, like, aside from just like we need just to completely 100% get the rules eventually, but anything like story or pacing wise that you want?
I think
I'm fine to see where you go with it, really.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 3 more sessions left, and then it's going to be almost Christmas, which is ridiculous.
Please don't say that. I'm not ready for that.
It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? So that's going to be it for us tonight on the Onyx Path. We've been Dork Tales. You can check us out over at twitch.tv/dorktales or youtube.com/dorktales. We run a ton of different games all of the time, as well as doing some other stuff, more like instructionals and how-tos for games that we actually know. If you want to check us out, we presently are running Werewolf the Forsaken. We have back episodes of Hunter the Vigil, as well as several different Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition games, Starfinder, and regularly we also run Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, and have an old Requiem podcast as well. We're going to be moving to a bunch of different systems in the new year and kind of getting back to our home base of, like, Onyx Path products, because we're all really big fans of Onyx Path. It'd be really nice to do some of that again, because we kind of got out of it for a little while to go try new things, and we want to go home. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in to Scion Heroes for the Holidays. Hope to see you shortly, and come give us a follow. It'd be good to have you. With that, we're gonna say goodnight. So bye, everybody, and thanks for having us on Onyx Path. All right, where's the button, Kronk? There's the button.
Right button.
Good night.